think it matters, the toss, how much it matters in the game?
Not really. It's just on the day, whoever plays 40 overs better, they win. As you said, Karwan is an amazing team. If they play well, they will win. If you play well, we will win. So it doesn't really matter.
Well, your pool has been always interesting. The Karwan coming late, making a lot of adjustment in the line. Now you give your performance, you win the game. Still, you need to keep your fingers crossed, isn't it?
Yeah, it's that sort of a situation that even if you win, still we have to wait for the other match to see where the net run rate goes. But we are here to just win, and that's it. No worries about the net run rate.
Well, now coming back to the surface, what do you think is a good total?
Anything above 160 should be a good total to defend.
You made any changes?
No, same playing 11, and we'll see how it goes.
Well, wish you good luck. Do well.
Thank you.
Babar, seems to be you've been here forever. Now the third game back to back, and we'll see you one more time tomorrow. Tell us about the toss. How crucial this was for you?
Honestly speaking, I don't believe in toss, especially on this surface. Anyways, you want to bat, but I was prepared, that second bat we will, definitely go with full guns.
Now we have seen Brahmesh Shahzad scoring well at number 3. He's 44 previously, 52 now. Now Mozam Hayat clicked well in the last encounter as well. Don't you think that the rest need to put their shows on?
Yeah, definitely, because see, we planned yesterday. We told Mozam Hayat to play like anchor role, so he did it. Like first match we missed it, so yesterday he played an anchor role, and definitely we've got some power hitter at the end. And when 1-2 guys are batting really well, so other guys are a bit relaxed. So that was the reason as well.
Well, now what total should be good to chase?
I will not predict, but let me guess. We are trying to restrict them, below 160.
Well, now I need to ask you this. Now this is going to be the third game back to back. One more game back to back. Does it help, or it makes a lot of fatigue?
No, because we've been working hard. We've been, having practice sessions, net session. We've been, working on our fitness. So we are used to, no problem for us.
Well, wish you good luck, Captain. You made any changes?
One change, Asif Hayat is out and Dipesh is in.
Do well, Captain.
Thank you so much.
Coming news from the center, it is the team Mideast Metals who won the toss, and they will bat first.
Well, top stuff there, Abid. So it's Mideast Metals out there batting first. Karwan Cricket Club, 1 win and a loss. So all the points are absolutely crucial for both sides. Joining me in the comm box, it's Abdurrahman Tariq for the first session of play. Good evening, Abdurrahman.
Good evening, Ahmed Khwaja, and good evening to all our viewers. Welcome to match number 19, the penultimate round game of the SkyExchange.net ICC Academy Summer Cup 2022, powered by Fancore. And as Ahmed Khwaja said, points up for grab. Both teams have an opportunity to get into the semi-finals, especially after that loss yesterday for 7 districts. Net run rate is going to play a key role. And Karwan Cricket Club, well, they were in a shock of their lives yesterday. We'll hope that normal service resumes today.
Oh, it was an absolute humdinger. Abdul Ghaffar with the bat went absolutely ballistic. I have not seen such clean hitting at the ICC Academy in a long time. But Karwan Cricket Club did get the win. They got the valuable 2 points. And it's going to be Zahid Ali once again entrusted with the new ball. Manal Siddiqui in the old school vintage white helmet. He's been in cracking form in this tournament.
Yeah, in the top 10 run scorers, Manal Siddiqui. And he's been playing really well. 136 runs in 3 innings, 13 boundaries, 8 maximums, and an average of 45. Can't ask for anything more from your opener. And look at that strike rate, 174. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, he's been top class. It's Khurram Khwaja, the captain, opening alongside him. And Zahid Ali, well, he will need to step up with the ball here. Interesting decision for Mideast Metals to bat first. Of course, everybody will be keeping an eye on the net run rate equations. This group is very, very tight indeed. The group of death, as you mentioned many times before, Abdurrahman.
Well, Ahmed, then my question here is, if you want to improve your net run rate, what is the better option? Do you go for the chase or set the target? Too late to decide that now. Manal Siddiqui will play the first ball, and Zahid Ali is on the mark straight away.
Yeah, he took a time to hit his straps in the tournament. Was quite expensive in the first game, but look at that, 5 wickets in just 2 games. Economy rate is slightly on the higher side for me. He's usually a very, very reliable option with the new ball.
Well, that economy rate took a hit yesterday. His last 2 overs went for almost 35 runs.
A big swish at that from Manal. Feet planted in the crease. That's not a good idea against a genuine swing bowler like Zahid Ali. In the perfect area, wonderful length. And he threw his hands at the ball, not connecting. Yet to get off the mark are MEM. A lot will depend on Manal Siddiqui giving them that brisk start. Pretty much orthodox field, deep square and a deep third for Zahid Ali. Hit hard straight, but the mid-off was standing in the ideal position. And what's happening here? The captain, has he taken a knock on the shins?
Let's have a look at the replay. Is that the ball hitting his leg? Or did he just pull up with a cramp? It's a...
Right knee.
Yeah, it's his right knee just stuck in the ground.
Well, they are playing back-to-back games. It's very humid in the late evenings here at Dubai Sports City. We've seen the Asia Cup. A lot of men have gone down with cramps. This time forced, and good fielding by the mid-on fielder. That was travelling quickly.
Well, the running between the wickets is going to be a bit of a challenge for the Mideast medal. But that was hit very hard and well fielded as well.
Yeah, Khurram Khwaja, not the fleetest of foot. Manal Siddiqui as well, a seasoned campaigner. So Zahid Ali looking to challenge them on the front foot. I test them with a short ball. Let's see how good Manal is on the pull or the cut.
Well, straight boundaries, that's what he's targeting. There's the shorter, and he's gone straight. It's in the air. It's gone in for a long, long way, and it will be the first boundary of this Mideast medal inning.
Well, it wasn't perfectly timed, but he got enough of a willow on it. Once again, taking a chance with the length ball. Went up for miles and just about kissed the rope as well.
Well, intent from Manal Siddiqui from ball 1. Couple of good shots, went straight to the fielder. This time went over the circle. Always the safer option in the power play.
Steady over from Zahid Ali so far. In swing, just getting tied up between the pads. Good start to the game for Karwan CC, 4 for none.
Well, those are the playing 11s then. Mideast medal, the captain Khurram Khwaja, Ali Anwar, Atiq Rahman, Uwais Noor, Irfan Ashraf, Tehran Khan, Manal Siddiqui, Faizan Awan, Basit Ali, Mohammad Noman Khan, and Hazrat Bilal, the right-handed pacer, walks into the side.
Good to see him back in the 11. And for Karwan CC, it's Babar Iqbal, Rambo, Ramiz Shehzad, Qamar Awan, Muazzam Hayat, the stylish left-hander, Zahid Ali, Nadir Hussain, Sardar Behzad, Lovepreet Singh Bajwa, Waqas Jatt, that's a good addition, Salman Salim and Dipesh Rajgor.
Well, Waqas Jatt was the difference for them yesterday, picked up 3 wickets and 3 crucial wickets, and didn't go for a lot of runs against Abdul Ghaffar. That was a rare sight.
Well, I remember Dipesh Rajgor very clearly. Saw him in the previous season. Handy all-rounder. So they've boosted their ranks with Waqas Jatt and Dipesh, giving them some much-needed firepower and depth. Good changes to the side. And here he comes, Dipesh Rajgor. And this has been spanked over point by Khurram Khwaja. What a hit!
Well, he's been the spectator on the other end for the first over. Gets a loose ball outside off stump. I know for a fact he's got a beautiful bat in his hand. That was very good timing and placement as well. What a way to get off the mark.
That was absolutely glorious. He was leaning on the back foot, just created that elevation and lofted it over cover point. positive start by the Mideast Metals captain. And Dipesh, well, he needs to pitch the ball up. It's as simple as that. That's better. That's the right corridor. And had a big flash at that once again. KK didn't connect.
Well, as you were saying, just that body weight always falling back. If he gets into the line of the ball, he'll have a lot more fun. Khurram Khwaja.
Well, it's match number 19 of the tournament. What a fantastic month of cricket we've had here at the ICC Academy. Early days of the season, but a lot of bright young talents have caught the eye. We've seen some stunning batting performances from the likes of Farhan Babar, Wajid Khan, Abdul Ghaffar, Yasir Kaleem, the usual suspects, and of course the likes of Salman Khan and Nasir Faraz, Abhay Jotin of Dubai Daredevils. Some top young batters making their mark.
Yeah, this tournament has definitely put a lot of players up in the limelight. Get wide.
Oh, inside edge, squeezed towards that fine leg. Once again going for that expansive drive through the offside. Look at that, back of a length, through the kitchen sink at it. And it only hit the tap.
Well, talking about players, Abdul Ghaffar yesterday definitely made his case for the Man of the Tournament award at least. Unfortunately, will not be participating in the semi-finals, the 7 districts. He would have liked one more game or maybe 2.
Yeah, a new team, plenty of promise. This time hard cut by Manal Siddiqui. He beats the cover point fielder once again.
He's in very good form and it shows. Wide outside off stump, he was ready for it. Cuts it hard and beats that diving fielder. That's the shorter boundary.
I think that was Lovepreet Singh Bajwa there. No chance at all on this perfectly manicured outfield at oval number 2. Of course, you can watch all the live action throughout the month as you have on Fan Code, the CricTracker channel on YouTube, and of course the ICC Academy Facebook page. We've had a wonderful response, plenty of eyeballs, plenty of interested onlookers. Especially since the last 2 years, we've seen such a rise of interest in the UAE domestic scene. A lot of coverage, a lot of high quality performers, and of course international stars, the likes of Imran Tahir, Muhammad Amir, Muhammad Nabi, the president in action right across the road. So that has just created a brand new fan base for these players. Wonderful scenes.
Well, absolutely. And you have to tip your hat for the likes of SkyExchange.net, Fan Code and TCM. Big wide, very well kept by Muazzam Hayat. Not as a regular keeper, he's replacing Furqan Khalil behind the stumps, and he's done really well to save a boundary.
Well, he's certainly doing better than Liverpool's keeper last night. Fantastic effort there from Muazzam Hayat. Stylish left-handed batter as well. So Babar Iqbal making the changes that were required to get to winning ways. Of course, they've had back-to-back matches. They're going to be playing all 4 days at the tail end of the tournament. So the pressure is on. Oh, just trying to pull that away off the front foot. Steady over from Dipesh. 17 for none after 2. Well, that is the points table for group number 2. And you can see it's being fought very, very hard indeed. Karwan, CC, they control their own destiny. 2 victories and they'll top the table. IGM looking on nervously behind them. Vision Shipping sitting on 4. 7 districts, they're done and dusted as well. They have been KO'd. But Mideast Metals and Karwan Cricket Club well amongst the contenders for that semi-final spot.
That net run rate, so important now. The Vision Shipping before their game against Karwan were negative 0.9. They jumped up to 0.34 and into the second spot. So Mideast Metals knows exactly what they need to do as well. Win by a big margin. Karwan is bottom of the table because of that net run rate. So they have to win those 2 games, as you said, Ahmed, and win them convincingly.
And one of them is against the mighty IGM tomorrow. What a clash that will be. The clash of the Titans. Exciting stuff here at the ICC Academy Summer Cup. Salman Salim being introduced in the attack. Babar Iqbal ringing the changes. Zahid Ali taken off. And once again going across him. Khurram Khwaja throwing his bat at it, not connecting.
Well, the idea was good. Again, that's the bigger boundary to his offside. Khurram Khwaja has to connect and connect well if he wants to get runs. And Salman Salim, he's one of those rare left-handers that takes the ball away from the right-hander, doesn't swing the ball in.
Hustle and bustle action. Once again, did that keep a touch low? Khurram Khwaja. Well, he connected the first time in the previous over. This time, slightly struggling. Not really using his feet to get to the pitch of the ball.
It's a matter of few kilometers. The pace of Salman Salim much quicker than Dipesh.
Yeah, a bit taller as well. Once again, not connecting. It's a good angle that he's bowling here. Saw him in action last season. In fact, he was opening the bowling alongside Abdul Ghaffar of 7 districts. So plenty of transfers being executed in the off-season. And well, this is a poor effort so far from Khurram Khwaja. He's looking to be over-aggressive and not looking to take ones or twos around the inner ring.
You got a boundary first ball. And then just 2 runs of 7 deliveries. You won the toss, you've elected to bat first, you need to take advantage of the power play. Have to get at least 45-50 runs.
Can he bowl a maiden here, Salman Salim? Well, once again, at least he's changed his plan. Stepped down the track, looking to get closer to the ball, but just thumped off the pads. Allowing Karwan Cricket Club to inflict some dot ball pressure here. Will we see a maiden in the ICC Academy Summer Cup? That's something pretty rare. Current run rate of just 6. They would like to get about 40-45 runs at the very least by the end of the power play, and then look to build on that. Meanwhile, Salman bowling beautifully. Oh yes, it will be a maiden. Excellent bowling by Salman Salim. 17 for none. Zahid Ali has switched ends. And Manal Siddiqui on the move. Bottom edge of the bat on that pull. So he's coming in from the school end now. The right arm swing bowler for Karwan Cricket Club. Let's see if he can get that same purchase. Dipesh was slightly hooping it around. So I'd expect Zahid Ali to as well.
Well, before his 2 overs yesterday from the ICC Academy end, he was going at an economy rate of 4.5 from the school end. Definitely prefers bowling from there. And as a captain, I think you have to take those things into consideration. Which end my fast bowler prefers.
Another beautiful outswinger. He's just not making contact with the ball right now. And of course, this oval number 2 is at a very significant incline. So perhaps it's difficult for the fast bowler to adjust from end to end. Takes experience of the conditions as well. An unregarded part of the game. Everybody thinks, oh, you bowl at 145, you should be smashing everybody, but they don't realize the labors and toil it takes to become a top quick bowler like Zahid Ali. Run rate has dipped below 6. Oh, that struck him on the pads. Big appeal. But Asif Iqbal shakes the hand. I think, shakes his head, pardon me. I think that struck him outside off perhaps of the Rahman.
Well, height an issue as well. He stepped down the track. That has hit him on the flap. Would have been wickets missing on the DRS system.
Yeah, that was an off-cutter from Zahid Ali. He's bowled that beautifully. Picked up plenty of wickets in the first game with that change-up. They have picked up a leg by though. Manal Siddiqui back on strike. He's striking the ball quite cleanly. 10 of 9 so far. They need him to get a big score once again. Very still at the crease. Standing outside. And he's launched it in the air. Mid-off is settling underneath it. And that is a catch. No, it's been dropped.
Well, it's the captain. And he's got nobody to blame but himself. Settled under it. And then just lost it right before it hit his hands.
Yeah, that was a real clanger. He'll be upset with himself. He's been working very hard in the off-season. On his fitness, looks noticeably trimmer. It's not easy to field here under the lowish floodlights. So that's a life for Manal Siddiqui. A beautiful outswinger once again from Zahid Ali.
Well, this innings going nowhere from Khurram Khwaja. 6 of 13 deliveries. Got a boundary in the first ball that he faced. And since then, well, he's faced 2 overs and scored only 2 runs.
Well, you can see the issue there. His front foot, rather than going towards the ball, it's moving away towards the leg side. He's trying to create room for his bat. And with that late swing, it's just beating the outside edge consistently. Needs to look to be a lot more positive. Go towards the ball. Flicked away towards the fine leg. And that's another good over from Zahid Ali. 20 for none after 4.
Salman coming in to bowl the 5th over. Very good Yorker. And then again, it was Manal who's in good touch, who got some bat on it.
Well, that's the difference of being in form and out, isn't it? Khurram Khwaja swinging away but not making contact. Manal Siddiqui, even his inside edges are going past the stumps for runs. That's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. Speaking of luck and being in form, well, Virat Kohli smashing an incredible 100 tonight versus Afghanistan. Oh, this has been tonked. Goodness me, how far has that gone from Khurram Khwaja?
When he middles them, they are a sight to watch. Khurram Khwaja gets it in the middle of his bat. And it's gone over the rope for a maximum.
Well, that's smashed into the ICC Academy glasswork there. Pinged and dismissed from his presence. What a shot. Big 6 there. And now he's pulled his length back. Nothing is going to be pitched up anymore. And Khurram telling him, yeah, I should have gone over point. You're right, Manal.
That's how he did score the first boundary, that cut through point. And that magnificent piece of willow in his hand. If he gets middle of that, even on this big boundary on the outside, he's going to get 4.
Yeah, that was at least a 75-meter hit. Beautifully. Right out of the sweet spot. Oh, that's gone past him very quickly. Excellent wide Yorker there. Umpire Shiju not giving it as a wide. I think he's correct there.
Yeah, ball swinging after it passed the batsman. Let's have a look. Yeah, eagle eye. Shiju Sam doesn't get it wrong.
Oh, absolutely. One of the top umpires in the UAE. He's represented the country at international level as well. And he's been at the sidelines whenever he's not been on duty. Observing the action. Oh, it's a top edge up in the air. Salman Salim caught and bowled opportunity, and yes, executed to perfection.
Well, as a fast bowler, never easy. But this one, he had a lot of time to settle in. Didn't want anybody to come near him. Salman Salim. And takes a simple catch. So the captain has to walk back. Khurram Khwaja. 12 of 18 deliveries for him. 27 for 1 now. Mideast medals. Well, the new batsman walking in is Noman Khan. Hard hitting batsman. He likes to face the spinners and go across the line to them. So this is going to be a different challenge. 75 runs for him. Strike rate 163. Clearly has a role in this team. Talking about roles. Well, a man who would qualify for the hero role in a Bollywood film, Abid Ibrahim, joins me in the comm box. Abid, welcome.
Thank you very much, Abdul Rahman. We're loving the contest here. Had a lovely chat with the two captains at the center. The Karwan CC captain Babar Iqbal asked him that you're playing back-to-back 4 games. This going to be your 3rd one. How hard it is? The answer was absolutely brilliant. Oh, that's up in the air with 3 man behind and 1 takes the catch. One of the safest hand, Ramesh Shahzad takes the catch.
Well, I tell you what, Abid, that was going to be a blunder of epic proportions. Look at Muazzam Hayat. He is the one who should be going for the catch. He said yes, and then he backed out. And they are very lucky it was Ramesh Shahzad and no one else. Otherwise, that would have been a drop chance. Mohammad Noman Khan has to walk back first delivery. At the end of the over, 27 for 2. Salman Salim will be on a hat-trick when he comes into bowl the next over. The new batsman walking in will be Faizan Awan, stylish right-hander.
Well, he's been demoted in his batting order. The first 2 games he came as an opener. He's been demoted now at number 4. The captain taking the position of the opener. There's been a bit off colour there. Faizan Awan looking for runs, but a very well talented boy. Oh, beautiful. It is straight to the fielder. Didn't time it well, otherwise the execution was right.
I think it was a slower delivery. Just stuck in the pitch, Zahid Ali. Very intelligent bowler. And Manal Siddiqui, well, he's seen the carnage from the other end. Those are the stats for Faizan, as you were saying. Those don't justify his talent. 47 runs in the tournament so far.
Yeah, and typical Caribbean way to take the guard. Well, those figures is going to put this youngster under a lot of pressure. You need to forget about the past and you need to start fresh every time you step in.
Well, he is an opener by trade, but he won't mind that the 5 overs are up. Zahid Ali in his 3rd over, probably the last over before he comes in to bowl in the death. Outside edge, big thick edge, but it's gone racing away. So that's a good way to start your innings when you're under pressure with the boundary.
Not sure when you have a slip in, but that was well directed away. The second slip should have been there, especially for the new man who's just come into bat. They had 2 slips, pardon me, for Noman Khan, and for Faizan Awan they took 1. They're just operating with 1 slip at fielder.
They've got backward point, gully. But as you said, just 1 slip. And with Zahid Ali bowling the way he is, I would listen to Abid Ibrahim, get another slip in, attack this game. That net run rate is like an additional point in every match. They have to win this game by a big margin because of that first game loss against TVSL.
Yeah, and you never know. And the next game is not going to be easy for Karwan CC also.
Well, from what we've heard, tomorrow is going to be a bunch of stars coming in for IGM. Their UAE contingent back from their exploits in Oman. Asif Lalab, Rizwan CP, Basil Hamid might feature in that game. Again, outside off stump. Again, he beats him. He will be very disappointed, Abid, if that ball goes through second slip. I'll tell you that.
Well, the problem with Faizan is that he's got a boundary on a very first delivery. You can afford to take little time. You have come at number 4. You're no longer an opener who has to fire up and score some runs. So now Zahid Ali has been the premier spearhead bowler for the team Karwan CC. You can afford to play him out. You already got 5 runs out of Zahid Ali. Just hang around, let him bowl out the remainers. Won't hurt the team Mideast metals.
Down the leg side again, Muazzam Hayat does really well. He has saved 2 wides that would have gone for 4. Fine leg is in the circle. So once it beats him, it's racing away to that short boundary.
And how lucky Karwan CC is in terms of wicket keepers. The main wicket keeper was missing out. Even in the last encounter he didn't play. Today he's also not playing. The batman Furqan Khalil. And Mozam filling that shoes and looking tremendous keeper.
Yeah, this is good signs for Karwan. Internal pressure. Oh, Faizan Awan has shown us what he's capable of. It was in the slot and it's a straight bat, maximum over long off. Beautiful shot.
What a control. That stays in the air for a while. It was a long one. Excellent shot down the ground. Good confidence shown by Faizan Awan. Looking solid now. I think this number must have put him to the upper hand. So maybe there are times when you switch your batting order. That suits you. Look at that. He's standing slightly up on the crease. So to cut down that swing from Zahid Ali. Excellent thinking there. That's a good call to leave that ball. So 12 runs coming from the over. A big one comes to an end. Power play comes to an end. It's 39 for 2. Let's have a quickly look at the highlights for the first 6 overs.
Well, that was a chance for Manal. Drop. Khurram Khwaja started off really well with the boundary, then just got stuck in. That was the maximum. And then soon after that, he perished, caught and bowled Salman. Salman got another wicket next delivery. And he will be on a hat-trick when he comes into bowl. Faizan Awan walked in, got a boundary, and then that beautiful 6 to end the power play. So Salman Salim, oh well, he was on a hat-trick, but he's not been given the next over. It'll be Nadir Hussain who will be coming into bowl as soon as the power play is over.
Now the touch low there. Well, he's picked up a couple of wickets, Nadir Hussain, in the previous encounter. Seems to be a very good 5th bowler for the team. Three wickets for him in the tournament, an average of 17. Change of pace, what he does is something special about him. I think Nadir Hussain is someone you would like to have him, especially at the death overs.
Yeah, this is why I do have to question when they bring him in that 7th over with that ball a bit new. He struggles with that back of the hand delivery. Not this time. Cut him in half. Unbelievable swing. Even Faizan Awan has no idea.
Well, look at the amount of the swing. That's unplayable delivery and a beautiful take from Mozam Hayat. Now Faizan Awan was looking clueless. What went wrong there? Look at that. That swing was more than an off spinner can turn. With a good pace, Nadir Hussain is not a really slow. He's got a medium, gentle pace. Oh, this time maybe clips a pad on it. Yeah, the umpire would be call it leg bias. Yeah.
Well, that's very dangerous. Faizan Awan. The one thing you don't want happening is you being bowled around your legs to a right-handed medium pacer. Very lucky to get some pad on that.
It will be interesting to see him how the experienced Manal plays against Nadir, but Nadir also not giving him full or onto the pads.
Well, the one thing that we've seen in this innings is Manal Siddiqui has faced only 14 deliveries. We're in the 7th over. So he's been off strike for more than half the time. And as a batsman who's in touch, in form, it just frustrates you.
Coming slightly up, hitting it up and over. 6 runs over the covers.
Well, almost landed in the comb box. Faizan Awan using his feet, coming down the track. It was the in-swinger, he knew it. And again, the bigger part of the boundary. He gets a maximum. He's looking in good touch now, Faizan Awan. He has to make this start count.
Well, the amount of use of the crease. Now look at that. He's well left that popping crease. And then he advances as well. Yeah, that's a smart thing to do. Bowl a half tracker when you know that batter is always ready for that big hit. So 7 overs gone, 49 for 2.
Waqas Jatt coming into bowl. Had a good day yesterday with the ball. 3 very important wickets. That's his strength right there. That slower cutter. Manal Siddiqui looking for a cheeky single. We all know you're young at heart, Manal. But attempting that risky single is not a good idea at this stage.
Yeah, Manal Siddiqui. Well, he's been a companion of Nadir Hussain previously. Yeah. They both belong to the same era.
Same era. Epic stuff, Abid. Faizan Ahmad gets a single. Yes, it's a direct hit. Oh, they're asking for a run out. Shiju Sam nods and says no, he's safe.
I'm not sure how old is Manal, but that running between the wicket is something you can say a maybe 18-year-old boy wouldn't be able to run that quick. Exceptional running between Manal and Faizan Ahmad.
Well, Abid, they say 40 is the new 30s, so he's in his 30s. Let's leave it at that. Mideast medals get to 50 and another quick single taken. Very well done. This is the important part right here. If you can't get boundaries, keep rotating the strike.
Well, also, I'm sure that Team Mideast Metal knows that what Waqas have done in the previous game. So he'll be really high in the confident. He's picked up 4 wickets for the team in the previous game. That was also against 7 District. So he's done the most of the damage. So I think targeting Waqas would not be a good choice. Yeah, he's just got a little carved on the air. Slight movement. I'm not sure what Waqas does, but he gets the movement in the air. Maybe the ball is still new.
A slightly slingy action. His release is not over his head. He's got good control of the seam as well. In these conditions, we've seen the ball hoop around, especially the new one. Short delivery, very well bowled. It's a surprise delivery. We've not seen a lot of teams use it. But when they do, it's a good effect. The one bouncer I can't forget is that Abdul Ghaffar bouncer to Sandeep Singh.
Yeah, that was the second game of the tournament. And the 7 District went on to win that. He hit the helmet and the helmet crushed into the stumps. This one picked up on the onside. Oh, ball wins the race. 4 runs.
Well, this time he was ready. Manal Siddiqui was on the back foot. It was a short delivery. And he's placed that with perfection in the gap. 2 fielders converging. But they couldn't save it. 56 for 2 now. Mideast medals at the end of 8. Well, Nadir will continue. Pulled a good first over. Going for the ramp shot. Oh, he's timed it to perfection. Brilliant cricket this from Faizan. Unorthodox. But he gets the result. He gets a boundary.
Yeah, you need to be cheeky at times when you see that fine leg is up. That was a good pre-planned shot from Faizan Ahmad. So now you usually need the first 10 runs to get to the double figures, and that was the biggest hurdle for this man, Faizan Ahmad. Now he seems to be in control. He's middling the ball well, and now he's looking very confident.
Well, he's moved on to 23 of 13. And I hope for his sake he stops moving around like he did. There he is. That's what he does when he's slightly confident, and it usually backfires. Gets a quick single.
Well, the problem is Nadir, when he's trying to bowl the slow one, he's dropping way too back, and because he's not amongst the tallest, he doesn't get that nip or the bounce from the surface. So it makes it easier for the batter to play. Yes, he surprises the batter. Switch hit and goes passes the keeper, 4 runs.
Well, this is a very good ploy against Nadir. It was Faizan who played that ramp shot first, and then Manal Siddiqui goes for the switch hit, beats the keeper, third man in the circle. So they've taken the 9 runs in the over. Manal Siddiqui moves to 24. Both of them are on 24 now. And that projected score there, 12 and over from here, gets them 200. 10 per over to 178, and that's what they will be looking for, that 178, 180 mark.
Oh! Castle has been destroyed. What a in-swinging delivery from Nadir Hussain.
Well, there was a lot of pace behind that. Manal not expecting it. And swing. Very good delivery. A good comeback from Nadir Hussain after conceding 2 boundaries. And a big smile on the face of the champion. Good spirit there from both players.
Yeah, indeed. Both old fox experienced. The battle of 80s comes to an end. Manal Siddiqui walking out. 24 of 19 deliveries, and it's 65 for 3.
A change in the batting order. It's Wes Noor who's walked in. 47 runs for him in the tournament so far. I'm very surprised with that move. Atiq Rahman played a good knock in the last game at number 4.
Yeah, he's not a very convincing strike rate in this tournament. Or he's also been struggling with the bat. 3 games, not a very big show. I think Atiq should have been sent here. The way he played his last game, and also Atiq is someone who needs little time to understand. Little surprising move here from Khurram Khwaja. That would be called as wide. First delivery.
Well, maybe keeping that firepower for the last 10. They do have Irfan Ashraf, Ali Anwar, Tehran Khan, and Atiq Rahman. They can get that 100, 110 runs in the last 10 overs with these 4 batsmen still to come.
Now, beautiful in swinger one more time from Nadir. But I would really need that square leg fielder to be inside when Nadir is bowling to the new man.
Absolutely. 100% with you there. Get the cover fielder in. Let them go inside out over cover. It's a risky shot against the swing. Maybe get that square leg fielder or a short mid wicket in the circle. Stop the singles.
And also you can get very easily batsmen trapped there, mistiming and giving it straight into the hands. Yeah, again an swinger. Nadir is turning out to be a brilliant choice with the little new ball. 9 gone. It's 68 for 3.
Vikas Jatt continues. Oh, again beats him. The inner half of the bat.
Well, I'm glad, Abdurrahman, you're there with me still, because the encounter yesterday we witnessed, the medium pacers did a lot of work there. Even today, it seems to be the medium pacers' day.
Well, they do have a lot of those in the team. Karwan, for me, was the pick of the bowlers. It's in the air. Will it reach long on? Yes, it does. It's Dipesh who's taken the catch. And again, Faizan Awan starts off nicely and throws his wicket away.
Yeah, one-handed will not take you anywhere. Good catch from Dipesh. And the wicket is trembling here. Walking out is well settled Faizan Awan of 24 of 17. It's fourth wicket down at 68.
The new batsman walking in is Ali Anwar, the left-hander. Powerhouse with the bat. Talking about powerhouses, Ahmed Khwaja joins me for the next 5 overs or so. Welcome, Mr. Ahmed AZ Khwaja.
Thank you very much, Abdurrahman. Yeah, big wicket loss there. Faizan Awan was a key player for Mideast Metals. Ali Anwar, very handy all-rounder. Strikes a punch with the bat. And that run rate, well, not looking great. Vikas Jatt, I did mention when I saw his name on the team sheet, he's a very handy option. This pitch suits his kind of bowling. And his long striking ability, well, that's infamous around the UAE domestic scene.
Yeah, absolutely. Very handy all-rounder to have in your side. Vikas Jatt and Qamar Awan add a different dimension to this Karwan Cricket Club side. Very similar, both of them, in their batting and bowling.
Yeah, they have that long lever, tall lads, big reach. And they can change the complexion of a game in just a couple of overs with bat or ball. As can this man, Ali Anwar, pushing for the quick single. Well placed and good call.
Well, that's the matchup right there. Ali Anwar batting from the ICC Academy end with those short boundaries on the leg side. Keep going back to yesterday and Abdul Ghafar's knock. Well, they needed 15 runs and over, and Karwan Cricket Club in the field defending 15 and a half, 16 runs, who are thinking they're going to lose their game.
Absolutely phenomenal hitting. Nicely placed by Oais Noor to the left of point. So you can see the game plan. They're just looking to build a stand here and set up for a big final flourish.
Well, we've seen that in the last 10 overs, the teams go absolutely ballistic. You know, when it pulls off, you can get 100 odd runs in the last 10. Those are the stats for Ali Anwar so far.
Deceiving. He's certainly a much better batter than that. Let's see if he gets going tonight. Outside edge, squeezed away to deep third. Steady over from Vikas Jatt. 72 for 4 at the halfway stage.
Nadir Hussain will continue.
And they've got the right composition of bowlers for this track now. Karwan Cricket Club, Waqas Jat, Nadir Hussain. They can just nip the ball around. Qasim Awan. They will enjoy this grassy wicket. If you keep it wicket to wicket or that fourth stump channel, you will get a lot of success. They've tied down Mideast Metals pretty well here. Current run rate just 7.2. So they need Awais Noor or Ali Anwar to kick into gear pretty soon. Cracked away. There is a deep cover sweeper out there. So they've restricted the boundaries quite well. Let's see if Ali Anwar will change that equation soon.
Well, that follow wicket, Faizan was looking very good. Scoring quick. Now that he's gone out, they're only dealing in singles. No boundary so far from the bat of Awais or Ali Anwar.
And we've seen this pitch has that extra bounce as well. What a delivery that was to get rid of Nauman Khan. Absolute snorter. He had no chance. Oh, change of pace there from Nadir Hussain. Beautifully bowled, and he's pretty pleased about it.
Well, the idea was good. Ali Anwar wanted to go straight, shorter boundary. Completely foxed by the old fox. Nadir Hussain with that slower delivery. When he gets it right, they are absolutely unplayable.
Well, you're only as old as you feel, Abdur Rahman. Munad Siddiqui is the perfect example. Fished at that one. Good change of length. Pace on this time from Nadir. And he is certainly creating havoc in the minds of the Mideast Metals batters.
Well, he is playing his third match back to back. Bowled 4 overs in the first game, 4 in the second as well. Bowling 3 on the trot here. So no question about how fit he is.
Attempted Yorker. Beautiful change of length. Well, you could ask him to bowl 4 overs every day for the next month and he'll give you a beaming smile. He loves his cricket. Indoor, outdoor, over land, over sea, on the moon. Anywhere you take him, Nadir Hussain, he's up for a game.
Yeah, the ultimate team player. You can send him into bat number 3, send him into bat number 8, and he'll do the job you ask him to do. No questions asked.
Bowling beautifully tonight as well. Oh, look at that change of pace. That was a grubber. Excellent over comes to an end. Only 2 off it. 74 for 4. .74 for 4, 9 overs to go. And there's going to be another bowler introduced here. Qamar Awan. Well, I could barely recognize him with that beard. I was like, who is this young chap? Looking pretty sharp.
Yeah. 2 overs, 16 runs. Any other day, Ahmed Khwaja, those would be poor stats. But I tell you what, he gave away 16 runs in 2 overs when 7 districts were scoring 16 runs in 1.
Very experienced, reliable seam bowler. Has that slingy action. Comes in from pretty high arm angle. He's a tall lad, must be about 6'3", 6'4". An important stage of the game. You can just feel Mideast Metals are itching to get going. And his experience will be invaluable.
Well, his action is very similar to a player who represented UAE in the 2015 World Cup, beg your pardon. Outswinger, gentle loosener. Shahzad Manna used to open the batting and open the bowling for UAE. Very similar in stature and in bowling action.
Well, there you can see Abdurrahman's Porsche.
And who is that man next to it? Why does he have the key to it? That is the question now. Someone's stealing my car.
Well, go in your commentary stint break. We need you here right now. Game right in the balance. It can swing either way with the swing of Ali Anwar's blade. 75 for 4. But he's been very conservative so far. Oh, misfield, that extra. And they'll sneak through for another one. Babar Iqbal has been among the wars.
Well, he is struggling a bit, Babar. In the infield, dropped a catch, has let a couple of balls through. Abid Ibrahim causing havoc in our comm box.
So 2 taken there. Flicked towards square leg. And it finds the gap. That's the Ali Anwar we know and love.
He didn't try to hit it too hard. Went for placement. Played it fine. And he gets a crucial boundary.
Well, playing around that front pad is not a good idea. With the way Kamar Awan is swinging it into the pads. But he executed it pretty well. Not bowling particularly quick. I've seen him fizz the ball through on occasion. Perhaps just trying to look to bowl line and length rather than really bend his back. I don't agree with that approach. Don't curb your attacking instincts.
Well, a different role for him with that slightly older ball.
Oh, that was that roll of the fingers. Nicely executed slowly from Kamar Awan. Intelligent and very, very skillful.
Well, that boundary conceded. You could say that Kamar Awan did get a bit greedy, trying to get that LBW decision. As you were saying, Ahmed, playing in front of his pads, Ali Anwar. Risky shot.
This time, oh, going across him. I thought there might have been a bit of a feather edge there. Dying in front of the keeper. So they're mixing up their lengths really nicely here, Karwan Cricket Club. I think they've recognized how to bowl on this ICC Academy Oval 2 pitch. Wicket number 3. And they've adapted very well now. Their 3rd game on the trot. Floated up. It's a slower ball. And it's been smashed out of the park.
He picked it. That's the key right there. Ali Anwar picked it and picked it early. Back of the hand. He had a lot of time to free his arms and go straight. An expensive over from Kamar Awan. 87 for 4 now at the end of 12. Well, that's the coaching staff of the Karwan Cricket Club. Fahad Al-Hashmi, ex-UAE player. Emirati, fast bowler.
Meanwhile, Nadir continues, slower delivery. And Awais Noor is doing the right thing. Just rotating the strike and feeding it to Ali Anwar.
Well, the challenge for Ali is that mid-wicket boundary. Even with the rope pulled in, he's easily about 80 odd meters.
Yeah, Fahad Al-Hashmi still looking super duper fit. He could easily turn his arm over for a couple of overs. 135, 140 clicks. Oh, that one kept a touch low once again. Well, Ali Anwar, he's presupposing his strokes, not keeping his eye on the ball.
Well, he really plays that mid-wicket slog when he goes down on one knee. And I think the plan here should be to treat Nadir Hussain as a leg spinner. If you bowl the quicker one, you can adjust. But if you're just camped on your front foot, trying to go across the line, it's not going to happen. In the meantime, he's guided it down to third man. So not only power, Some precision as well from Ali Anwar.
Read that Yorker like a book and just opened the face of the blade. That's a beautiful shot. No chance for Saqib Salim at short third. 19 of 14. Now the boundaries are adding up back to back. Some momentum being picked up by Mideast Metals. This partnership has grown to 24 runs. Looks like we're going to have an exciting run chase if this man continues, Ali Anwar. And once again, that slower ball is just not rising at all.
Well, Ali Anwar's innings, 14 runs scored in 3 deliveries, 1 6 and 2 4s. And then the other 12 deliveries, he scored only 5 runs. You have to keep rotating the strike. Can't hit every ball for 6.
Well, DBP is one of the most important stats in modern day cricket, dot ball percentage. And that is where all of the teams in the UAE need to improve their game if they are to compete at the top level. That has been the big bane of our batters. They're big strikers of the ball, but strike rotation needs work. Oh, this has been chipped. And long off, just can't get there. Brilliant effort by Zahid Ali. If there was any man in the outfield who could have made that catch, it's that man.
Well, his nickname is Jaunty, and you can see why. He covered a lot of ground very quickly. It was a check shot, didn't go through with it. And Zahid Ali got there almost, no, just fell short. 94 for the loss of 4 wickets in 13 overs. Karwan will continue. Pushing for 2, and they get it. That's what we want to see. In between those boundaries, get some singles and doubles, put some pressure on the fielders.
Well, he has a willing partner in Awais Noor, does Ali Anwar. Absolutely rapid between the sticks. And in fact, it's Waqas Jat who's come back into the attack. Only 1 over for Qamar, who got hammered for 13. So Babar Iqbal being very proactive, rotating his bowlers. Hoiked across the line. There is a deep square giving chase, and he gets the boot down. Does well there, Sardar Behzad. That's a big throw, but they will pick up 2.
Good effort in the field, Sardar Behzad. Waqas Jat being introduced after that 1 over from Karwan.
Perhaps a change of ends for Qamar there. Might be coming in from the ICC Academy end. Waqas Jat, he's done a very good job. A full toss. Missed out on that one, Awais Noor. He'll be desperately disappointed.
He went for that square leg. Instead of trying to go fine, the ball was way down the leg side. Only one fielder to beat the short fine leg.
Yeah, he actually stepped into the ball. If he'd stayed in his crease, it would have taken a flick. No worries though. Partnership looking good. 31 runs added by this pair. Karwan CC desperately want to get rid of Ali Anwar. He is a dangerous customer. Look at that flick over mid-wicket. And beats the fielder. He went for the catch, so full credit to him. But he couldn't block it, and it's a boundary.
Well, you wouldn't mind that. He had 2 options. Could have saved the boundary or take the catch, as Ahmed said. Went for the catch. Those are very difficult. They'll land right next to you. And you don't know if you want to save your face or get your hands to the ball.
100 up for Mideast Metals in decent time. They still have 6 overs to boost their first inning score. Waqas Jat, he'll feel aggrieved. Decent effort by the fielder. And it's some excited onlookers wearing the Team India jersey. I think it's their youth squad Perhaps the under 19 lads will investigate and find out for you. Very sharp blazers they're wearing there, the jackets. We've seen so many teams coming and going, witnessing the action here at the ICC Academy Oval 2. The likes of, maybe you've heard of them, Virat Kohli, Babar Azam, Rashid Khan, Dasun Shanaka, everybody. Outside edge, well, that's agricultural to say the least.
Most productive area on the field, just behind the keeper in this entire tournament. We've seen so many boundaries and sixes fly there. What a way to finish the over. Expensive over comes to an end. 108 for 4 now at the end of 14.
Six overs to go. Dipesh Rajgore being reintroduced into the attack. Went for 13 in his first. So they're perhaps giving him that death overs bowler role. 3 on the trot. He will pitch the ball up. And that might cost you runs here, Abdurrahman.
Well, I'm not a big fan of all-out pace attacks, that's for sure.
Yeah, they lacked balance, I agree with you. Even though Nadir Hussain, Waqas Jatt have done a really good job, you'd ideally prefer a wrist spinner or at least a left arm spinner in your squad, just to speed up the over rates as well. We do have that cut-off time rule in place for this tournament. Dead arrow straight from Dipesh, good start, and they'll just scamper through for one. Good running.
6 more overs to go. We're about 15 odd minutes from the cutoff time. So Mr. Iftikhar Ali will have a keen eye on the proceedings. So will Shiju Sam. Actually, I've played under Shiju Sam. And can I tell you, even before this rule was introduced, he is so strict on the timings. He puts a lot of pressure on the captains.
Rightly so. Good delivery there. Extra bounce outside off. And we haven't seen so many big sixes hit that we needed to retrieve the ball. So it's only about having all pacers. That will always be a quandary for the captain. How do I get through all 20 overs in time with my fast man?
Yeah, Zahid Ali has 1 over. Salman Salim has 2. So they need to find 2 more overs from the pacers. Don't think any spinners coming into bowl.
Hit hard, hit straight, hit for 6. Awais Noor. That was sweetly timed.
Well, Ahmed Khwaja called it. He has this tendency of bowling in the slot. And Awais Noor was ready for that. Straight flat 6.
He targeted the shortest part of the ground and executed it perfectly, helping Ali Anwar along. 47 run partnership. This has been a superb fight back by Mideast Medals after losing wickets in the first half of the innings. And like you mentioned, after 10 overs, somehow the floodgates open. We see a lot of hitting, a lot of quick scoring. Good change of length there. Pulled it back and almost nicked off.
Well, that should be the idea. But Awais Noor will think he's missed out because the third man fielder is in the circle. Outside edge or a ramp. And
Well,
that would have been 4.
We saw that ramp played beautifully by Deepak Hoda against Pakistan last Sunday. He almost got completely horizontal. Brilliant execution. Belted hard, belted straight, and it will beat the long on for a boundary.
Well, again, the key was how straight that ball went. Right over the head of the umpire. Long on, long off, had no chance. Jaunty, Zahid Ali almost got there. 11 of the over so far, one more delivery to go.
Well, he's playing a very handy innings as well, OS. No, 24 of 14. That was a good old-fashioned thrash down the ground. Dipesh has not been that great in this over when he's pitched the ball up. Oh, it's a top edge. Square leg, fine leg. Somebody take it. Oh, brilliant catch by Salman Salim.
Well, we've seen that with the cotton ball. He's a safe pair of hands, Salman Salim. And he's done really well. Running from short fine leg all the way to square leg almost. Right next to the umpire. 119 for 5 now at the end of 15.
Wicket-keeper batter Atikur Rahman coming in at number 7 and coming in to the com box for the final 5 overs. It's going to be Abid Ibrahim alongside me. Good evening, sir.
Thank you very much, Khwaja. Oh, that was a little rash throw, but all okay at the end. Because not backing out from surprising us today also has a wicket to his name. That was a good throw. Intention there. Atiq Rahman comes in now at number 5, but then after 15 overs, I really doubt about his batting order.
Yeah, I would have sent in Tehran Khan outside edge. Moazzam Hayat is convinced. But no, the umpire says no edge on that one. Let's take a look here.
I'm glad I'm not the umpire. Otherwise, Ali Anwar would have been walking out because at the same time the bat hit the deck. So at this time it's very difficult, and you see Moazzam appealing so confident. So
Yeah.
it's a big role for the umpires.
Oh, this has gone straight up. Fielder racing after it. Oh, Rambo. Wonderful effort at deep third. That was a tough catch. And he almost got there.
Yeah, lovely efforts there. That is just tongued in the air, not in control at all. Lovely seam position there. And oh, that was never close. Did
All-
not carry.
Always difficult, those catches. It went up in the air for miles. This time just a short arm jab. And it's gone all the way over cow corner for a precious maximum.
Well, if the fielder would have been slightly taller than Nadir, the result might have been different, but here was a perfect shot on the onside, just over the fielder for a maximum. Now they need to accelerate. They are 5 wicket down. I think they could have prevented the collapse. They would have sent Atiq up to the order.
Yeah, I would have sent in Tehran Khan. Perfect for this situation. Another flick. And it's another 6.
Well, he knew it. It's a maximum the moment it left the bat. He's just targeting the pads, trying to take the ball away from the left-hander. Not working here. Ali Anwar cruising towards 50. Exceptional 41 this is.
Well, he timed that as clean as a whistle. Didn't even bother running. New balls, please. He goes big once again. He sent it way back over mid-wicket for 6.
Well, that's a hat-trick of 6s. Hat-trick of maximums on the onside. Same region, same shot, and that mistake has been repeated over and over again. 140 at the end of 16 for the loss of 5.
Well, that is the most 6s in the tournament. And Ali Anwar has joined in the top 10. 7 maximums. And 3 of those, we just witnessed them back to back to back. Outstanding hitting. Well, now they've gone to the ace, Zahid Ali. This partnership is looking very dangerous indeed. Ali Anwar has cut loose. 47 of just 25. What a counter attack. Atiq thrashes at the ball. They're going to push for 2 here. And he's lightning quick. Very good running. Superb stuff from Mideast Metals. Now they're on the charge.
Well, tell you what, Khwaja, those 3 6s will definitely hurt the team Karwan CC. Good pick and throw. Oh, that was very close. Very, very close. So I think those 3 6s on row would definitely hurt the team Karwan CC. They had a good grip in the game just before that last over.
Smart batting from Atiq. He's a mature player, very solid technique, and he's just doing what the situation demands. Rotating the strike and feeding it to Ali Anwar, who's on a tear.
Yeah, the difference between Ali Anwar and Rahman is Ali Anwar has spent it 33 minutes down in the center, whereas Atiqur Rahman just 8 minutes. So now he will be taking little time, but Ali Anwar should not let that feet out of the accelerator.
Well, it will be interesting to see how he approaches this over. Zahid Ali is a very good bowler. Not as easy as the rest. And look at that. Smart batting, experienced player. He's not taking a risk against Karwan CC's best bowler.
That's what I was hoping for. And also he's close to his 50 now, just 2 runs away. So I think he should be going for the 50.
And he also knows it's Zahid Ali's final over. He can counter-attack in the last 3 against the lesser men. Saqib Salim will swing the ball into his arc, go over that leg side. Then you have Waqas Jat, Kamarawan. Nadir Hussain, you can target them. Hit hard, past extra cover. What a shot, Atiqur Rahman.
That's a tracer bullet shot, advancing down the track. Good confident shot. And that drilled down for 4. Lovely shot. Fully in control between the 2 fielders.
Absolutely no chance for the mid-off. He didn't even bother. He just turned around. Wonderful boundary. This is a sensational batting effort from Mideast Metals now in the last 3-4 overs. They are charging towards a big score. Zahid Ali under pressure here. Oh, he sliced it. Just dropping in front of the deep third. Well, we've seen those go for 6, Abid.
Well, indeed. And Zahid Ali's got enough pace. You can try that shot and go for the maximum. But lucky he did not carry to Qamar Rawan, who was fielding a deep third.
Well, Qamar Rawan got hammered in his only over. Will Babar Iqbal trust him at the death? We know Zahid Ali can deliver when the spotlight is on. What about the rest of your bowlers? Karwan, CC, what do you have in store in the next 3 overs for us? Plenty of questions. Squeezed away, and Ali Anwar calmly keeps the strike. He's on 49, 150 up with 3 overs to go. Well, look at the partnerships there. 51 run stand between Ali Anwar and Awais Noor. It was a slow start to the game, but Manal and Faizan combined beautifully for the 3rd wicket. And then it's been the Ali Anwar show. He's been batting on a completely different surface. Just 1 run away from a wonderful milestone.
Well, it's Salman Salim. You see those 2 wickets? He took that 2 wickets from the last 2 deliveries on his previous over, which means he's legally on a hat-trick on his very first delivery.
Well, can we see another magic moment here at the ICC Academy Summer Cup? I hope he's aware of it. Coming in from the school end. Oh, struck on the pads. Big appeal. Not given. And they're going to scamper for 2. They'll make it in time. Atikur Rahman in trouble. Well, all sorts of things happening out there in the middle. They have picked up a couple of runs. There will be leg buys. That was a very close shout.
Yeah, that was missing leg there, clearly, because of the amount of the swing.
Well, okay, Abid, you can just say it to me directly. Right then. The hat-trick is over, but Ali Anwar still on 49. That could have been a disastrous run out. Atikur Rahman and Ali Anwar at the same end. He had to scamper. Once again on the pad. There is a hint of reverse in the air there, Abid. Interesting.
He's a lot sharper against Ali Anwar. Seems that he's allowing this to bowl the in-swingers to the left-hander. It will be interesting how he comes up against Atiq, where Atiq likes to hit the ball through the covers. He's very strong at that region. Maybe making room and playing it over the covers would be an attempt here from Atikur Rahman.
Well, he does enjoy those scoops and paddles as well. Salman Salim has another over up his sleeve, so he'll bowl the 18th and the 20th. Who will bowl the penultimate over? That's the question for me. Oh, there he goes. He wanted to scoop that over the keeper. Just a touch wide.
Well, I think you need to understand the amount of the swing the bowler is generating. Yes, Khwaja, there is a hint of reverse. And especially this man, Salman Salim, was able to get that.
Yeah, he has that slingy action, doesn't he? And he's lowered his arm angle to get it to just tail in. Beats him outside off. That's a pacey delivery. Atiq, you cannot play dot balls in this situation.
Now, what do you think, Khwaja, should be the next delivery from Salman Salim? Should he go with pace? What he's doing, rely on the swing? Either he need to bowl those slower ones, receive the batter.
Absolutely spot on, Abid. Off cutter or a short ball for me. surprise the batter. Let's see if he listens to your advice. And Ali Anwar in deep conversation, explaining the same situation to Atiq. He's going to change the pace or change the length on you. Be careful.
A banter in the end. Well, I'm not sure if that conversation was about the next delivery. Well, I thought they are planning the dinner.
Absolutely, why not? Just relaxing the young man. Very fine wicketkeeper batter. His name has been coming up in and around the UAE national team circles as well. Such a technically gifted wicketkeeper. The only drawback I see in him is runs. He needs to produce those big scores a lot more consistently. Otherwise, he has all the makings of an international caliber player. This time pitched full once again and clipped behind fine leg. That was a poor delivery from Salman Salim.
Where did you take that swing out? He was doing so well, taking those swinging deliveries away. Yeah, he cut down his pace, but pitched it at wrong place.
Yeah, he didn't listen to us. Should have changed your length as well. Atiq was ready and smartly put away. Now that projected run rate, it's almost reaching 9. That's going to be a hefty run chase.
But I think something should be around 190 to see a fighting game. Lofted in the air, clears the fielder at deep long on, and that's gone for a half a dozen. What a hit from Atiq Rahman. Look at that. Stand and deliver. Head in control.
Beautiful shot. Rohit Sharma would be proud of that one. Lofting the fielders and all the way back for a big maximum. Salman Salim, he's coming under pressure here. And he still has one more over to deliver. The two Mideast Metals batters have got the measure of him now. Ominous signs for Karwan CC. They've taken plenty of runs off this over. And now that current run rate is above 9, 180, 180 plus, it's going to be a huge ask. Here we go. Nicely played. They're going to push for 2 here. Atiq, no. Sent back in time. He'll keep the strike. 165 for 5. So it's going to be Karwan, the all-rounder, entrusted with the penultimate over. And smartly, Atiq just feeds the strike to Ali Anwar, who's batting on 49.
I think looking at the rest of the bowlers, Kamar giving 13 in his first over was not at all a bad choice to bring him back for that penultimate over. The other option I see outside Kamar is Fahad Hashmi himself, the coach.
Inside edge towards fine leg, and that will be 50 for the star all-rounder of Mideast Metals, Ali Anwar. Well played.
That's a great knock under pressure with a very good strike rate. Ali Anwar scored some runs, and those 18 runs from the leg side has broke the shackles. And then now Team Mideast Metals looks very much in control. They are on the verge to score 180-ish.
Oh, slower delivery. That's just hit him on the ribs there. That's a painful blow. And Atiq Rahman is down for the count. Hopefully he'll be alright. We'll get the physio out there to take a look at him. Yeah, look at that. Oh, that's hit him in the groin there. That'll be a painful blow. Well, others seem to find it funny, but Moazzam Hayat, his fellow wicketkeeper, he knows how it feels. Well, that is the 50 for Ali Anwar. A lot of clean hits on the leg side. That was a beautifully created shot, and then taking 3 sixes in a row. Number 1, number 2, and then number 3. Get out of here. Beautiful clean hitting towards that cow corner mid-wicket region, and played a fabulous innings. He's batting on 50 and looking for the strike. Well, good to see Atikur Rahman back on his feet. 21 of 11. He's played a gem of a knock so far.
Yeah, he's been getting a little assist from the wicket keeper of Karwan.
Hit hard, hit straight, and only going to Zahid Ali though. So he's done the right job. Karwan, not a bad over so far. Only singles.
I just hope he bowls those last 2 well. It all depends on that last final 2 deliveries, because he'll be facing now Ali Anwar on strike.
Yeah, he already took him downtown for a big 6. And he will be certainly looking for one more here. Will be interesting to see what length Kamarawan bowls here.
It's a cross seam. Yeah, slower one. Good bowling in the end. Oh, they'll be running hard. Got 2 there. Oh, one is a shot.
Good observation there by umpire Shiju. Eagle-eyed. They were desperate to get Ali Anwar back on strike, and he ran 1 run short. No worries. He still has 1 delivery to make amends. Will be interesting to see if they give Salman Salim the final over, the way he got smashed in the 18th. I don't think they have any other choice, to be quite frank. Yorker length. Oh, that's a good stop from Kamar. Saved at least a couple of runs. 170 on the board with 6 to go. Well, that is the bowling scorecard. Dipesh Rajgore could be an option. Salman Salim as well. So it's the choice between those two. And we've just been informed by the match referee that the cutoff time has been elapsed. So one fielder has to come in to the circle for the final 6 balls. Yet more headaches for Karwan CC. 12 extras given. They had them at 68 for 4 at one stage. And then it was Awais Noor and Ali Anwar with that 50 partnership. Just kept hammering away. And now it's Atiq alongside Ali Anwar. Very good batting. They've also added 50. So the pressure is firmly on Karwan Cricket Club right now. Let's see what they can produce in the final 6. It is going to be Salman Salim to bowl the final over. He started off the match beautifully. 2 wickets for 7 in his first 2 overs. And then he got smashed for 12. So he will be under the pump with the main man, Ali Anwar on strike. 52 of 32. Projected scores, well, 180 is well within sight. Can they go beyond that? Get up to perhaps 187, 190. That will ask a lot of the men in yellow and black. Here we go. Final over coming up. Hooked away. First ball disappears for 6.
That's not a good sign for Team Karwan CC. Dropped it short, pulled it beautifully. That's gone, smashed for a maximum.
Well, he spun like a ballroom dancer there, Ali Anwar, with the shot. That just shows you he absolutely nailed it.
The partnership of 57 coming in no time.
From 68 for 4, what a recovery. Outstanding batting by the lower middle order of Mideast Metals. That ball has gone a fair distance and we've had to fetch a new one.
Well, this is a great partnership we've been talking about. In no time, the partnership of 57 of just 26 deliveries, which has included 10 sixes, 14 boundaries in that.
Sensational batting effort. It's just in the second half of the inning somehow the match completely transforms. Balled wide and quick. And it's a no ball. Can you believe it, Abid Ibrahim?
Well, what else could you ask if you were Mideast Metals? Oh, beautiful delivery, but just overdoing there, trying a little too hard. Salman Salim, error in the line, overstepped the popping crease. It's a free hit.
Well, that is pressure for you. Already a fielder brought in, and then you overstep in your delivery stride. Free hit for Ali Anwar. It's bowled quick and wide, and it will remain a free hit. The extras are piling up. The wheels are coming off for Karwan Cricket Club.
Well, the free hit still remains, but the extra run also given. So now Mideast Metals looking certainly for 190, maybe beyond.
His spell had been 2 overs, 2 wickets for 7, and now it's gone completely belly up. Smashed over cover point. It will drop in the outfield, and they're pushing. Well, there was nobody on the cover fence. That was the fielder brought in, but they've only picked up 2. 180 on the board, Abid.
Well, indeed, they were certainly looking for this, and the first task has been completed to go par 180. Now, anything add to this would be a bonus for MEM. With 4 balls remaining, will they go to 190?
Full toss, hit straight, and straight to long on. Well, an anti-climax, but what a stunning innings from Ali Anwar. 60 of just 36 deliveries. Well played, young man.
Well, he knew it. The sooner he hit, he has mistimed it. That would go straight to the throat of Waqas Jet, who takes the catch. But what a entertaining inning comes to an end. Ali Anwar with 5 maximums.
Well, the hero of the previous game, Irfan Ashraf, coming in with only 3 balls to go. Atikur Rahman will be on strike. So Salman Salim finally getting Ali Anwar out. 3 for on the day. It's been a mixed bag of an effort. Went for 7 in his first 2 overs. Now 22 in just 9 deliveries. Outside edge. Well, when it rains, it pours. So unlucky.
Well, he tried, went hard on it. That swinging away from the right-hander, gave him that 4 runs, and the score goes to 184 with the remainers 2 deliveries to go. Well, Khwaja, I think bowling second will be a challenging here. I'm not sure about the decision of batting first from Mideast Metals.
How unlucky. Who would want to be a fast bowler? Salman Salim, still 2 deliveries to go. Hit hard. Mid-off was in the circle. He's missed out there. But 185, 1 delivery to go. I think Khurram Khwaja will be very pleased with his batters.
Yeah, they were certainly not in control in the first 6 overs. I think they were around 138 to 139 in that power play. And from there to here, it's been a wonderful journey for the batters.
Certainly been a topsy-turvy batting effort from 68 for 4 to 185 for 6. That is quite the transformation. Final delivery of the innings for Mideast Metals. Hammered towards the leg side. There's no protection at mid-wicket. It's deep square leg, scurrying after it. And Atiq is lapping Irfan. And has he made it? I think he's been run out. So they'll get 2 runs off the final delivery. Run out on the 3rd.
Well, yeah, he's just gone hard at it. A lot of bottom hand. Lovepreet. Just running behind the ball. It was Sardar Bazad who did that clean-up job, and that's out. That will be shot from 1 run in the end.
But still a fantastic batting effort. You have to credit the likes of Ali Anwar, Awais Noor, Atikur Rahman and Faizan Awal batted really, really well. And that will conclude Mideast Metals. They've got a big score to defend. Over to the bowlers now. So it's going to be 187 for 7, the final total accrued by Mideast Metals. Atikur Rahman coming in 27, not out. And Karwan CC, well, if they are to remain in the tournament, they need to have the batting effort of their lives here, Abid.
Well, indeed. They scored 190 in the previous game, but that was pressure-less knock. They were batting first. Tonight, chasing would be adding a little more pressure here. And the batting of Mideast Metals, you see, there is nothing much from the top order. Only Manal Siddiqui and Faizan Awan both getting 24, despite Awais Noor also got exactly 24 runs. But then this two-man building up a great partnership. Awais Noor had a great partnership with Ali Anwar. But Atiq in the end remained unbeaten for 27 of just 14 deliveries. That changed the dimension of the game. Great batting.
14 extras as well to boot. 3 for 36 for Salman Salim. He had a rough going of it in the final 2 overs. 1 for 24 for Dipesh. Nadir Hussain bowled beautifully. 1 for 28. Waqas Jet took a bit of tap. 1 for 46 in his allotted 4 overs. There was 68 for 4. And then the middle order came to the party big time for Mideast Metals. Let's take a look at the highlights then. It was Manal Siddiqui and Khurram Khwaja who opened up. That was a cracking shot over point. Manal Siddiqui was batting beautifully once again. That was a big 6 from Khurram Khwaja. And then his dismissal, Salman Salim, caught and bowled. Good catch taken there. And that was an absolute ripper to Numan Khan. First ball duck. And then it was Faizan Awan building a partnership with Manal Siddiqui. This was launched over extra. Big pull shot. And then a bit of touch there. Bottom edge of the reverse. And then he was cleaned up comprehensively by Nadir Hussain. And slower one deceived Faizan Awan. Then it was the Ali Anwar show alongside Awais Noor, targeting the leg side boundary. launching it high in the air. This was squeezed away behind point. Beautiful shot, then took 3 sixes in a row. Dipesh Rajguru also came under fire from OS Noor. Straight hits for 6. And this was his dismissal. Genuine top edge. And Salman Salim scurrying across from fine leg. And then Ali Anwar decided to tee off on the leg side of Waqas Jatt. 3 big sixes in a row. And that was when the counter-attack really began alongside Atikur Rahman. Nicely clipping Salman Salim behind fine. And then down the ground all the way for a maximum. He was hooked away for 6. And this was the demise of Ali Anwar, caught at long on rather. And this was the final over. A bit of confusion as they had run for 3. But in the end, 187 posted by Mideast Metals. This was the final wicket to go. Irfan Ashraf run out. So 188 is the target for Karwan Cricket Club. We'll take a short break and be right back for what should be a very exciting run chase. Stay tuned.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to SkyExchange.net ICC Academy Summer Cup 2022, powered by FanCode. It's match number 19, the penultimate game in the round fixtures, and it's Karwan versus Mideast Metals. Mideast Metals won the toss, elected to bat first, and have put up a massive total, 187. And Karwan will need to chase down 188 and chase down quickly if they want to make a chance into the semi-final. Their net run rate has been hurt really bad. Well, to start off the proceedings, I'll have Ahmed Khwaja joining me in the comm box. Ahmed, welcome back.
Thank you very much, Abdurrahman. Indeed, Karwan Cricket Club, they control their own destiny so far. 2 wins on the trot and they'll saunter into the semi-finals. But if they lose tonight, that net run rate equation will become very, very important indeed. Remains to be seen what can their openers deliver. Can they set the platform for a thrilling run chase? Very exciting set of 20 overs coming up in the ICC Academy Summer Cup.
Well, it's Hazrat Bilal, the express fast bowler for Mideast Metal, checking his run up. The batsman ready to walk in. A familiar opening partnership. It's going to be Muazzam Hayat and Lovepreet Singh Bajwa.
Right hand, left hand combination. Lovepreet looking for some runs in the tournament, and Muazzam Hayat, classy left hand batter. They need to get off to a bright start, but against the lean and mean Hazrat Bilal is going to be a tall order.
Well, I'll tell you what, there'll be a certain team in red watching this game keenly. TVSL chased down 140 runs in 11 overs, bumped up to number 2, knocked out 7 districts on their run rate as well, and yesterday's loss obviously taking them out of the equation. Mideast Metal, Karwan, TVSL and IGM all have a chance of qualifying for this semi-final slot.
Only 1 run in the tournament so far for Lovepreet Singh Bajwa. Don't look at those figures. He's a very, very fine young batter indeed. And this man, Hazrat Bilal, looking very sharp, very fit. He's cut off that long mane, grown a beard. Looks very, very menacing indeed. And he has the pace to deliver as well. Only 1 wicket in the tournament so far, but he's a big match player. He will enjoy this occasion. Right then, the umpires have given us the go-ahead. Let's see what Lovepreet and Muazzam can produce. It's coming in from the ICC Academy end to start. There is a deep third and a deep square. Usual fast bowlers field. Here we go. Action resumes at the ICC Academy, and the umpire said, hang on. Not just yet, Mr. 150.
Well, that's one thing the bowlers hate. Charging up to the stumps and then all of a sudden have to pull out of their run-up.
Well, I thought you were going to say they hate umpires, but fair enough.
Well, that might be the case, but you can't hate these 2 guys here, Shiju Sam and Asif Iqbal. Beloved characters in the UAE domestic cricket. Shiju Sam is international cricketer, umpire as well, beg your pardon.
Slip in place for Hazrat Bilal. Here we go. In earnest. Right up to the batter there, and he'll scamper for 1 to get off the mark. A huge sigh of relief for Lovepreet Singh Bajwa.
Yeah, good intent as well. Keep those singles moving. Rotate the strike. 187 from Mideast Metals, but they played a lot of dot balls. And if you would have converted 50% of those into singles, they would have easily scored 210 or so.
Well, they need to keep their DBP down. Dot ball percentage here. Karwan CC, Muazzam Hayat. Decent innings in the previous match. Got 73 runs in the tournament. That strike rate could improve. And he can use Hazrat Bilal's express pace against him. Once again, a very fine, deep fine, and that deep third. Typical fast bowler's field. And he started with good gas as well. That was a pacey delivery for Lovepreet. Very hot and cold kind of bowler though Hazrat Bilal. When it's his day, he'll run through the side, and when it's not, well, he could get hammered. Let's see what he can produce tonight. Trying to cut that away, but straight to point. Good fielding by Awais Noor. He's a spark plug in the outfield.
Well, we've seen throughout this tournament, if you've got express pace, you can trouble the batsman. Khalid Ibrahim of Valley Boys comes to mind. Abdul Ghaffar as well, another express fast bowler.
Yeah, very skillful. They used these grassy conditions to their advantage. Bowled in that hard length area. Got the ball to swing and nip off the surface. Hazrat Bilal certainly capable of exactly that too. Nicely glided. And good stop by Awais Noor once again. Dot ball.
Back-to-back dot balls. Just the one run. The power play is going to be crucial in this run chase. I tell you what, Ahmed, TVSL, even though they lost a lot of wickets, played so quickly that they got that 140 odd total down in 11 overs, batting at 14 runs an over almost. And with this deep a batting lineup, I think Karwan can take their chances as well. They have to win this game and win this game with a good margin.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, that's cut him in half. Looking for that square cut once again, but it jagged in off the surface. Brute of a delivery.
Well, it doesn't matter how many runs you've scored the day before. When you come into bat on a fresh wicket with an express bowler, it's a different challenge altogether.
The first two deliveries, they went away from Muazzam, so he was shaping up for the cut. And then Hazrat Bilal snuck in that in-swinger. Almost did the business. It just winked at that off stump and went past. Beautiful bowling. You love to see this contest. A classy left-hand batter and a top pacer like Hazrat Bilal. This time right on the money. Quick single. And that's excellent running by Lovepreet. Responded to the call of Muazzam.
Well, running between the wickets is not going to be an issue. These two very quick between the stumps. Just the 2 runs in the over so far.
And like you mentioned, Abdurrahman, they have a lot of batting. They have Dipesh Rajgor, Ramesh Shehzad, Sardar Behzad, Waqas Jatt, Kamarawan. They bat long and they bat deep. So there's no excuse for these openers not to go hard. They have to capitalize on the first 6, no matter what.
Yeah, absolutely. Nadir Hussain, Zahid Ali, also no mugs with the bat. They bat till number 10 easily.
Well, it's all about the occasion. It's a tense looking dugout just to the right of our comm box for Karwan CC. Solidly behind that and steady over from Hazrat Bilal to open up. 3 for none. Well, you can see quite a few spectators lined up on the boundary edge. They want to witness a big run chase. It's going to be Tehran Khan warming up to come in from the school's end. Another very skillful fast bowler. I'm a big fan of this lad.
Yeah, me too. He's a good all-rounder to have in your side. Very good with the new ball. Accurate in the depth. Look at that economy rate. 3 games, 6.18 and 6 wickets.
He started the tournament really well with the ball. Can he take them through to the semi-finals? Here we go. Lovepreet on strike. Nicely cut away, but they're only hitting the fielders right now.
Well, that's what happens when you're not in good touch. That would have been a wide, but he chased it, looking for that boundary, and in the end just finds a fielder.
Absolutely spot on. Can't find the gaps. Will he look to go over the top? That was his demise in the first match. Picked out the mid-off fielder, trying to be expansive. Clipped and beats the mid-wicket this time. Touch and go if the fielder will get there, and the ball will go.
Well, the timing on that shot was brilliant. Beats the fielder, and again that's the biggest part of the boundary. Lightning outfield, and he gets 4. This will give him a lot of relief.
Well, that just shows you a snippet of what he's capable of, Lovepreet Singh Bajwa. And good to see young fans here witnessing live cricket. It's such a picturesque facilities here at the ICC Academy. It feels like a village game in Sunday morning somewhere in the UK, but no, it's right in the heart of Dubai. Glided behind point. There is that deep third in place for Tehran. So his technique looks in good order, Lovepreet.
Yeah, he's a very talented young lad, Lovepreet. He's got a lot of years ahead of him. If anything, just his composure. He loses his composure in the big games.
Yeah, it's just a matter of experience managing your innings. He's just as talented as all the young UAE boys like Wasi Shah, Fahad Nawaz, Aryan Lakra, Alishan Sharfu, Ronak Panoli. He's right up there with the best of them. It's just about stacking up those scores, those numbers. It's just such a statistics-driven game, cricket these days. So you need to match up. On the pads, Tehran Khan offering very little width. And that's his role in the side. Stick to a line in length and let Hazrat Bilal express himself at the other end.
Yeah, one of the few bowlers that doesn't mind that left-hand, right-hand combination, because he has that in-swinger and out-swinger, so adjusts accordingly.
Right on the boundary edge, glued to the action. Of course, you can watch the action on fan code, on CricTracker on YouTube. Down the leg side, given as a wide. Tehran slightly struggling with the left-hand, right-hand combination. And of course, the ICC Academy Facebook page as well. We're right into the crunch stage of the tournament now. Only one more round-robin game after this. And what a game that will be. Interglobe Marine taking on Karwan Cricket Club. All three sides desperately clawing away for that semi-final spot.
Well, Karwan have to win this game and win this game big.
Cut away and finds the gap at cover point. Silky smooth, Lovepreet Singh Bajwa.
Were 2 boundaries and 2 misfields. Mideast Metal cannot afford this in the power play. They were putting on the pressure on the openers, but they've just let it loose a bit.
Well, how easily did he play that shot? Makes it look like child's play. That's the talent of this young boy. And you can see he's mentally speaking to himself. Play straight. Get that front elbow out there. Use your feet. His mental checklist. Going through the processes. But when you're out there in the middle, under these floodlights, that can all go haywire, Abdurrahman.
Oh, we've seen that in the biggest games. In the Asia Cup. In world cricket. Just lose it when it matters the most.
Well, you can ask Naseem Shah. He kept his head. Oh, in ducker. Extra bounce there for Tehran. Not a bad over. 10 off it, 14 for none. It's going to be Hazrat Bilal to continue. It will be interesting to see if he gets an extended spell in the power play, or will they keep him for the death overs. Only 3 off his first. Muazzam on strike. Pacey delivery. Was trying to challenge him with the short ball, and Muazzam rightly didn't want any part of it.
Well, they can't afford the extras. We've seen this all through this tournament. A lot of teams have lacked the discipline, especially when it comes to wides down the leg side. The keepers have had their work cut out.
Yeah, it's such a challenging ground to bowl fast at. Short, straight boundaries. Anything that hits the edge can fly away for 6. We've seen that plenty of times. Then you have these destructive batters. Oh, what a delivery! Hazrat Bilal. Absolutely stunning. A Jaffa.
Unbelievable and unplayable. Muazzam Hayat is very, very lucky he's not gotten the outside edge on that one.
Well, like the great S.G. Gavaskar says, that was just too good to hit. Just left off a length, and that seam movement. Muazzam Hayat has had absolutely no chance. Take a look at this once again. Oh, goodness me. Well, now his heartbeat will be absolutely racing. 1 off 6 for him. It's a slow start. This man is on a mission for wickets. Oh, down the leg side. He tried to change up his length there. Just got the line wrong.
Well, you've got the first slip. You've got the fielders packed on the offside circle. He's going for that wonder in swinger, trying to get him LBW or bowled. I tell you what, just stop that net run, stop the runs, and you'll get the wicket. Dot balls are very good in the power play.
And you can see what he wants to do, because Muazzam doesn't use his feet a lot, likes to play camping in the crease. Very good contest, engaging to watch. This is ICC Academy Summer Cup cricket at its best. Once again on the pads, and fine leg. Won't get around to it. Freebies for Muazzam Hayat.
Well, it's not off the bat, but they won't mind it one bit. They needed the boundary.
Yeah, right off the middle of the thigh pad. Timed it well. No chance for the fine leg, who was just a few yards to the right.
That's a very good thigh pad. That's all you can say.
Absolutely. Hazrat Bilal not conceding plenty off the bat, but these extras, and it's not easy to bowl fast out there. Muggy, humid conditions. You sweat a lot, lose a lot of fluids, tend to cramp up. He has worked hard on his fitness. Looks noticeably leaner. Another peach of a delivery from Hazrat Bilal.
Well, when you can do that, I have no idea why he's trying to go for that in-swinger. He's beaten Muazzam Hayat outside off stump at least 4 times now in his 1.3. Just stick to that plan. Let him chase that ball outside off stump.
He likes an early wicket in his spell. That gets his mood right. When it takes too long, he's a bit of a grumpy character. Can blow his gasket on occasion. But he's been switched on tonight. They know it's a big game. And they're hunting for Muazzam Hayat's outside edge. That was just too quick for him. Was behind him in a flash.
Well, again, outside off stump, that's where he's struggling. 9 deliveries for just 1 run, Muazzam Hayat. That required run rate started off at about 9 something. And it's almost touching 10. And you don't want to get behind the 8 ball like that just before the end of the power play.
Well, I can see the captain Khurram Khwaja warming up out the corner of my eye. So it might only be a 2-over burst for Hazrat Bilal. Taking it from outside off, fetching it, and I think he'll be relieved to be at the non-striker's end.
But that wouldn't be a bad idea. Khurram Khwaja, very difficult to hit, especially that big boundary on the leg side for the left-hander. Might see him come in from the ICC Academy end.
Yeah, he's a deceptive bowler. Flights the ball, bowls it very slowly in the air, challenges you. And plenty of batters in the UAE have fallen into his trap. Meanwhile, Lovepreet, he's been watching this over as an innocent bystander. Now he's right in the middle of it. Let's see what he's got. 11 off 7. Good looking punch, but straight to mid-off. Steady over from Hazrat Bilal despite the extras. 21 for none. Tehran Khan continues from the school end. Fire and ice, Hazrat Bilal and Tehran Khan. And Muazzam Hayat, well, it's given as a wide, marginal call, but I guess he judged it well.
I don't mind that. At least there is a plan that they're sticking to outside off stump to Muazzam Hayat. You don't want to be bowling down the leg side with that shorter boundary.
Yeah, that's certainly a recipe for disaster. Meanwhile, 2 of 10 for Muazzam. Current run rate of 7.3, aided by a lot of extras. But they need to get ahead of the required. Nice push towards extra. And a misfield. Well, extras and misfields. Mideast Metals are being their own worst enemy.
Yeah, I can count about 10 runs now that they've conceded with poor fielding. The 2 boundaries of Lovepreet's bat, both misfields. And then this, a double. It's the captain, so you can't blame anyone else.
Yeah, just poor balance there. 4 of 11 so far. Muazzam taking plenty of time. He needs to repay the faith. 11 deliveries wasted in the power play. Those needed to be capitalized on. Struck on the pad, big appeal and given. He's nailed him in front, Tehran Khan.
We'll have to see where it pitched. I think it just pitched on leg stump and stayed a bit low. Asif Iqbal raises his finger. Muazzam Hayat's struggle in the field and on the bat is over. 12 deliveries for 4 runs. 24 for 1 now, Karwan.
So Ramesh Shehzad coming in at 1 drop. They haven't gotten the rapid start that they wanted. Muazzam with the tortuous innings of 4 of 12. And now it's up to the man known as Rambo coming in. 96 runs in the tournament so far. That strike rate is not bad, but he is certainly capable of a lot more, Abdurrahman.
Well, 96 runs and that run out yesterday. Very unfortunate. He had already passed the 50 mark in the 6th over. If he would have batted till the 15th, that would have been 100 for sure. But this is a different challenge now altogether. The required run rate touching almost 10.
Tehran Khan bowling a beautiful spell. Accurate. Nipping away. Oh, and right on the money. Right on the money to Ramiz Shehzad.
Well, this will give them some relief now. 2 right-handers on the crease. I don't think they have another left-hander, the Karwan Cricket Club, to come in anytime soon. So they can get stuck in with their plans.
And this was not the right approach in a big run chase with a deep batting lineup. Muazzam was hurting the side with his statuesque innings, not taking the game forward. Ramiz will certainly do that. Down the leg side, wonderful take by Atikur Rahman. He's so fun to watch, just as a wicketkeeper.
Yeah, full stretch dive. And Ahmed, you are being a little cruel. Muazzam Hayat, man of the match, just about 24 hours ago, when he scored 66 of 42 deliveries, unbeaten. But this is the cruelty of this game called cricket. You're up one day, down the other.
Oh, absolutely. Once again, another wide. These extras are not only going to hurt on the scoreboard, they'll hurt you with your over rate.
Well, again, trying for that wonder ball. Trying to get it from outside off stump and take leg stump out. Well, Tehran Khan, you don't need to do that. Just keep plugging outside off stump. Let him chase that ball. It's Karwan who has to set the tone. All Mideast Metal has to do is bowl a couple of good overs and get that required run rate up to about 11-12.
Absolutely. No need to do anything fancy with the ball. Glided to point and a misfield. Westnor took his eye off the ball. And Rambo is underway.
Well, that's the basics of fielding at point, or anywhere for that matter. Keep the eye on the ball till it's in your hands and then look up.
Perhaps just the stature of the man. They were very, very excited to run him out, but he'd placed it well enough. Meanwhile, Lovepreet, he's been spending a lot of minutes at the crease without facing. That can just put you off your timing, your concentration. We've seen it happen plenty of times before. Lovely leg glance, but straight to short fine. And a direct hit would have had him there.
Well, brilliant fielding at short fine leg. Another dot ball to end the over. 26 for 1 now, Karwan. And Lovepreet, well, he's very lucky that ball didn't hit the stumps.
Well, this man just made a stunning 50 in the batting effort, but he's known more for his bowling. Genuine all-rounder Ali Anwar, excellent economy rate in the tournament. And this is a good move by Mideast Metals.
Yeah, and if he can bring that confidence from his batting into the bowling, he'll be one of those players that makes a massive impact in this game.
Yeah, has a very strange bowling action. Bowls off the wrong foot, a la Mike Proctor, Sohail Tanveer, Andrew Hall. Oh, he struck him in front. And umpire Shiju says no. How close was that?
Well, let's have a look. That ball was moving. He's very, very tall as well, Ramiz. Had a big stride forward. Benefit of the doubt goes to the batsman.
Very, very close indeed. Ali Anwar still shaking his head. That was mighty close. Like you said, height might have been an issue, but that looked very adjacent. Ramiz Shehzad, he couldn't care less.
Yeah, just hit on top of that knee roll. And again, that long stride. Look, he's already standing outside his crease as well.
Trying to cover the swing, and that smart batting. That's the best place to be, at the non-striker's end.
And as you were saying, when Lovepreet just faced the 9 deliveries so far, we saw Manal Siddiqui lose his composure as well in the first innings. Was looking good, but never got on strike.
Yeah, just standing out there idling, sweating. Without facing, you get itchy, you get anxious. And Ali Anwar, he almost had the big fish there. Very marginal call indeed. He started right on the money. Lovepreet Singh Bajwan strike. And look at that seam movement that Ali Anwar is getting. He's causing havoc out there.
Yeah, just looks a different bowler now. Confident. Got some zip also. And that required run rate. Every dot ball, that required run rate moves up by 0.1, 0.2.
Yeah, there's a certain electricity in the air. Tense match. Both teams on tender hooks. The Karwan CC dugout looks very glum indeed. Deep in thought. Down the leg side, Ali Anwar remonstrating, but it is given as a wide.
We're trying to throw the umpire off his game. But that is Shiju Sam. Called as wide, and correctly so.
Yeah, always some mind games being played by the fielding side. Just for one run. That's how precious they can be. Current run rate of 6.2 is certainly not helping. They needed somebody to be the aggressor in the power play. Muazzam couldn't deliver tonight. Lovepreet very watchful as well. Slower delivery, bowled beautifully out of the hand, back of the hand rather. Ali Anwar showing all his trickery. It's been an engaging first 5 overs. A lot of cut and thrust. You can sense the anxiety of the Karwan CC batters. They know it's a big game.
And again, we keep going back to the net run rate, that points table. 10.37 required already.
Steps out of his crease, big stride, but it got all tangled up. This has been a brilliant over from Ali Anwar.
Just the 3 runs so far. They need to get a move along, Karwan. They had to finish this game in 15-16 overs to get that net run rate into the positives. That will take a Herculean effort from Ramiz Shehzad and Lovepreet.
Well, he is a Hercules lookalike, Ramiz Shehzad. Certainly looking very, very swole these days, to use some social media parlance. Outside edge, and it's just landed within the ring. Brilliant over from the star all-rounder of Mideast Metals. 29 for 1 after 5.
With all that power still in the dugout. Kamarawan, Nadir Hussain, Sardar Bazad, Waqas Jatt, Dipesh Rajgor. 29 for the loss of 1 wicket in the 5 overs. 11 of those 29 have been extras. And talking about extras, Abid Ibrahim joins me in the com box. Abid, welcome.
Thank you very much, Abdurrahman. Looking at this game, 5 overs done and 29 for 1. Pretty similar. The start of Mideast Metal, the way they started, I think there were a little too many wickets down at the same juncture.
Yeah, they lost more wickets. But if my memory serves me correctly, they were still going at a faster run rate than Karwan.
I think they were just around 36 for 3.
Well, clearly my memory is not as good as Abid Ibrahim's. They were 27 for the loss of 2 wickets in 5.
Yeah, the late you play, the more you spend time at the center, the ball gets older. The body language of the bowlers drops and the fielder starts feeling the heat. That's the moment when the batters climb all over you.
And I think Karwan must have that plan in the back of their head. Who are the 1 or 2 bowlers that they target? We know Khurram Khwaja will come into bowl, Manal Siddiqui as well, Mohammad Noman, the left-hander. They have a lot of spin options.
This is good running. Rambo immediately called for a single. Now a lot relies on Ramesh Shahzad's performance, and he's been consistent with runs, 44 in the first and 52 in the second.
Well, they have the keeper up front, Atiqur Rahman, right next to the stumps now for Tehran Khan. This is a good move because that stride from Ramesh Shahzad is what saved him from that close LBW appeal.
Yeah, big shot. No, it was drifting down the leg side. And Tehran Khan has a decent pace. It's not an easy task to keep up against someone like Tehran Khan.
Well, you have to be the caliber of Atiqur Rahman to pull that off. Rahul Soni actually did a very good job keeping up to the stumps against the medium paces as well.
Wickets also plays a part in that. That's up and over. 4 runs.
But finally, he gets a release shot. Lovepreet goes over the mid-on fielder and gets a boundary. One more delivery to go in this power play. Karwan and Mideast Metal neck and neck. Mideast Metal 39 for the loss of 2 wickets in the power play. Can they better them, the Karwan side? Again, they have a lot of batting yet to come.
Flicked on the onside. And mind you, it's still the power play.
So, brilliant way to finish off the power play. Lovepreet gets back-to-back boundaries. Flicked on the leg side. No fielder there. 41 for the loss of 1 wicket in the 6 overs. And this chase is very much on. Let's have a quick look at the power play then. And it's been Lovepreet who's done majority of the scoring. Muazzam Hayat failing. And it's a rare failure for him. And boundaries from the bat of Lovepreet along with some extras helping Karwan get to 41 for the loss of 1 wicket. The field restrictions will now be lifted. So we'll have to see what kind of approach the Karwan batsmen take. Ali Anwar, just the 3 runs in his over in the power play. Can he better that? Can he get them a wicket? That's what they need. A very, very close LBW shout to Ramesh Shahzad. His first delivery. Width on offer, and Ramesh Shahzad has found the gap and he gets another boundary. So all of a sudden the runs have started flowing.
Yeah, there seems to be waiting for that power play to end. The first delivery on cue. Went for the boundary. Now that's one way to put the pressure on the bowling end.
Well, definitely 4 runs to start the over. And then he gets a single. Intelligent cricket from Ramesh Shahzad. He knows Lovepreet. He's enjoying himself. He's playing really well on the leg side, and that mid-wicket square leg boundary is the shorter one from this ICC Academy end. .4, that's the required run rate. They need to score 11-12 runs and over to keep ahead of it and improve their net run rate. Again, quick single taken. This is good stuff. They're not playing out dot balls. That's the important part. That's what's going to move this partnership along. Again, width on offer. And again, a single to that sweeper cover, Faizan Awan. We haven't seen him bowl in this tournament so far, Faizan. Very odd. He's a good off spinner.
Yeah, probably we had a chance to see him today, but that left-hander is no longer at the centre. Mozam Hayat scored maximum runs in the last game and claimed the player of the match as well with his 66.
I'm not sure if they'll go with a lot of spin options. The Mideast metal bowlers, especially after what happened when Abdul Ghaffar was batting. He took a liking to the off spinner and to the medium pacers.
Now there is one more thing just coming onto my mind, Abdur Rahman, is when you're batting likes of alongside likes of Ramesh Shahzad, it builds the different atmosphere altogether. You feel a lot of confidence. You learn also. You're no longer afraid to play your shots as well.
Well, absolutely 100%. It always helps to have a high caliber batsman right next to you when you're trying to build an innings. I'll tell you, no better company than Ramesh Shahzad because he supports his partner a lot. We'll talk about that at the beginning of the next over. 49 for 1 at the end of 7. Well, it's the captain on cue. That economy rate, well, he wants that stat off the screen as quickly as possible, but he does have 3 wickets. And with that big leg side boundary, he'll fancy his chances of getting a couple today as well.
Yeah, taking single straight away and letting the senior do the job remaining. Now, Khurram would be slightly under pressure against Ramesh because usually Ramesh likes the slow bowlers in the air, gives him time.
Well, Khurram is not the only one who's under pressure when Ramesh is batting. I don't think there's any bowler in the UAE that's comfortable when Ramesh Shahzad is on the crease. Slower delivery, tossed up nicely, and he's fielded it. Just a single.
Yeah, the intention was to go big, to hit hard. And at the same time, Rami is trying to keep the ball along the carpet. That's the pressure. It's very, very full delivery. It is having no clue when to cut.
Well, there you can see, just as Abid Ibrahim was mentioning, the senior batsman going and having a chat, a quick chat with Lovepreet.
Now between the umpires. He's gone straight. Good work in the deep. That didn't came at the middle of the bat, just the toe end.
Yeah, even with the shorter boundary, long off and long on, a very straight. And that's a good ploy. Because once you middle that ball, there's no way the fielders are getting to it. So that's a good option. Stay as straight as possible. Ramesh uses his feet. Goes in the air. This could be a big chance in the game. It's Faizan Awan and he has dropped it. Unbelievable scenes here. It was Ramesh Shahzad. Would have been a big, big wicket. He fell for the bait. And Faizan Awan has grasped it.
Well, you dropped a catch of a captain. You see the frustration. Pretty much similar scenes that we saw at Asia Cup. Nashdeep dropped a catch and Rohit Sharma. And now Ramesh with the straight bat. And knowing that he's just dipping the ball at the right areas. 8 gone, 54 for 1.
Well, a change in the bowling. It's Basit Ali, another talented fast bowler. All 4 wickets he took in one game, but his economy rate has suffered because of that. Went for a lot of stick in that game. In the slot, driven straight, just a single. Well, you can see Abid, they're getting itchy. They need to get a move along. The required run rate has already crossed 11, going up to 12.
Before coming to that run rate, the shot that just played by Lovejeet is something that we have seen after a long time. Usually that shot comes out when you're playing a longer format. In the V, where you slightly hit it straight for the single.
Yeah, the on drive, probably the toughest shot in the book. Another Yorker, Basit Ali specialty. He's an expert at bowling in the death. He's an expert in bowling Yorkers. And Mideast Metal want a few of those today.
Talking about that on drive, one man certainly coming to my mind is Yunus Khan. The way he used to play against greats like Murtaya Muralidharan and those spinners at that era, there was something special about. So coming back to this game, it's a huge task ahead.
Poor delivery down the leg side and Lovepreet has missed out. And they have not even taken a single, a dot ball.
Now this is the beauty of shorter format, where you know that you have played a couple of dot balls or the boundaries haven't come since the last over. You see the batter gets in under pressure. It's an occasion where you hit out or get out.
Agree 100%. There's no point facing all those deliveries and not scoring any runs. And he has answered Mr. Abid Ibrahim in style. It's not a classic on drive, but it is a 6 over long on.
Well, not middle it 100% well, but timing was something special about that shot. That just kept on going and gone.
Well, the bowler has not learned from that last shot he played to Khurram Khwaja. He's very strong on his legs, very strong in the V as well. Lovepreet, 32 of 24. He struggled in the tournament just for 1 run before this innings. But could this be the innings that changes his season? Slower delivery, outside edge. Well, luck favors the brave. And Lovepreet Singh has taken 10 runs off 2 deliveries.
Well, that maximum broke the Shuckles. Now you see Lovepreet show that easy delivery. Was aiming for the covers, went to the third, got 4 runs. That matters.
Well, the required run rate has come down from 11.5 to 10.9. That's what a difference a couple of boundaries can make. Again, it was in the air. Is there a fielder there? No, it's gone for a maximum. Lovepreet Singh is turning on the heat in the SkyExchange.net ICC Academy Summer Cup. 16 runs of 3 deliveries. The chase is on.
Great execution there. The final over going for plenty. Basit Ali was taken for 18 runs. In the over, it's 9 gone, 72 for 1.
Well, that's the Sheikh Zayed Road skyline right in front of you. That last over 18. And those overs, over number 16 and over number 20, is what they need to recover, and recover quickly, Abid. Get that 20 run over somewhere, because that will settle the nerves as well. I think at this stage Karwan will just take the win. I don't think they're chasing this total down in 15-16 overs, that's for sure. Get the win, get those 2 points, and live to fight another day.
Well, look at that Manhattan. Speaks of volume there. They were around at the same position where this game was lying on.
Well, Abid Ibrahim, I don't understand why you have to bring Manhattan, New York into the picture when we have such a beautiful skyline. The JLT buildings, the Marina buildings, and the Sheikh Zayed Road buildings.
Having a couple of more hits on this over, maybe that will equal the Twin Tower. Cut away, this time straight to the fielder, no running. Now, one thing is slightly different is between these two pairs is they are not running quick. They are not taking singles.
Well, this is a very interesting field position from the captain. Right in front of the batsman. We've seen that against Kieran Pollard when he's batting. Overthrows. This is very poor fielding. In the circle, they have struggled. Mideast medals, Manal Siddiqui apologizing. There was no need for that throw. And when you have Ramesh Shahzad off strike, why would you want to take a chance of bringing him back in?
Well, you were talking about certain name, Pollard. Certainly the build is like Sir Pollard for Ramesh. It's all that clearing ability. Nobody's the need. That's good running now. This is, I think they're just answering to my question.
Well, in the meantime, Khurram Khwaja is going through a very good spell. Just the 3 runs in this over so far. 5 in his first over. Everybody trying to go against him and get some runs. But that's not happening right now. There's a conversation going on with the umpire because that fielder right behind the bowler's arm is not allowed to move.
That hit straight. And that is put down. Gone for 4.
Oh, Khurram Khwaja is extremely unlucky. 2 catches dropped on his bowling. This was a simple chance. What is Tehran Khan doing? You are not in Australia, mate. You're in the UAE. That was a simple catch.
Not just the drop, but it conceded boundary as well. What a great figures. Got just spoiled with the boundary.
Change up, quick delivery. Has he found the boundary? No, he has not. The fielder stops that. Just a single. Khurram Khwaja has managed a smile somehow. But he'll be very disappointed with the fielding. 2 catches dropped of his bowling. 1 of Lovepreet Bajwa, 1 of Ramesh Shehzad. And could this come back to haunt them? That is the question.
He's gone along the ground for a single. And Rambo will keep the strike halfway through. It's 81 for 1. Hazrat Bilal bowled just brilliant economical 2 overs. Has been brought back into the attack. Oh, that was a lovely Yorker. A misfield again. Only allow the batters to cross for 1. And joining me in the combox is Ahmed Khwaja. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much, Abid. Fascinating match in progress. Excellent partnership between Lovepreet Singh Bajwa and Ramesh Shehzad. 58 runs added for the second wicket. And that required run rate is well within reach. Thanks to Lovepreet's wonderful batting. He's on 47 of just 28. They needed their youngster to deliver with the bat. And he's shown up in a crunch situation right when it mattered.
And this performance was due from Lovepreet.
Slower delivery, back of the hand. Nicely bowled by Hazrat Bilal. But I do have to question the tactics here. Hazrat Bilal is your strike bowler. You will need him at the death. Why have they brought him back in the 11th?
Well, I think this is the time where they need a boundary. Yeah. Some lovely scenes outside ICC Academy. They're enjoying the game. It's 11 o'clock in the night.
Well past his bedtime, but he's here for the cricket. Why not? Wonderful match in progress. Steps out and hammers it to the wide-ish long-on region. All the way for 4.
Well, that was effortless. Brilliant, as you would like to call it. On drive, advancing down, and hits Hazrat Bilal for 4. Now, what they are doing is they are taking those 1 boundary in an over, which will definitely hurt the team MEM.
Yes, he's their chief strike bowler. And they brought him back. It was a calculated gamble. If it doesn't pay off in the next 3 deliveries, I think Mideast Metals will be searching for answers. 24 of 22. Ramesh Shehzad has taken his time. But we know he's such a powerful striker of the ball. He can increase that strike rate in minutes. Hooked away. All the way for 6.
Well, you don't have to do much when the bowler is extremely quick. He bowled a half tracker, quick but wrong line on to the onside. That was hit me delivery and gone for a half a dozen.
Well, that is the class and talent of Ramesh Shehzad. He makes it look effortless. Glorious batting. Counter-attacking Mideast Metals' best bowler. And he is huffing and puffing now. Hazrat Bilal. That was a stunning shot. Required run rate still hovering around 10.2, but they're going along very nicely indeed. And they have a long batting lineup tonight. Karwan, Waqas Jat, Nadir Hussain. Plenty more to come. Oh, Oh, this time back of a length outside off. He wanted to smash it through extra, just didn't connect.
Well, the smile on Ramesh Shahzad's face says it all that he loves to tickle around Hazrat Bilal. He's taken him for a maximum. Now he knew it, the next delivery will be extremely quick. And that would happen. Hazrat Bilal bowled an extremely quick delivery that was carving in the air as well. Well, it was going to Atiq behind the stumps.
Yeah, good change of line there from Hazrat Bilal, bowling it outside off. Slower delivery, he read it. And a misfield at backward point. Third man on the move. Makes a good stop, but they will pick up a couple. 95 for 1 at the end of 11 overs. Eleven extras in 11 overs. Well, if you subtract that from 95, this game would look a lot different. But Lovepreet Singh 48 of 29. Ramesh Shahzad batting on 32 as well. Khurram Khwaja has taken the responsibility. And I think they will look to counter-attack him now. Went for 14 in his first two. But now we're into the second half of the innings. Wickets in hand don't matter as much. They've done the heavy lifting. Now they just need to put that foot down and go for the fences. Around the wicket to Lovepreet. Sweeps it away. Big chase for the square leg and he won't catch up to it. That is 50 for Lovepreet Singh Bajwa.
Well, I keep on saying this man had one performance pending and he delivered it tonight. On to the third game of Karwan strikers. He shuffled. He bended one knee down and hits it towards the fine leg. What a beautiful shot. No chance for the fielder. That's a glorious 50 now.
And they've taken that early boundary in the over. Pressure on Khurram Khwaja. This time straight over the long off for 6.
But that's an effortless shot and bringing 100 up in style. Now Lovepreet would be playing a different knock here. He's past 50. He's got out from those goosebumps. Now middling the ball well.
Well, he's got love in his name, but there's no love lost between him and Khurram Khwaja. He's smashing the ball everywhere now. 58 of 31. Looking dangerous. Can he get a memorable 100? Is it possible, Abid?
Well, would you believe it? Khurram Khwaja has given only 14 before these two deliveries in his 2 overs. The last 2 deliveries going for 10.
Well, we've retrieved the ball. Took some time for Tehran Khan to find it. Trapped in the bushes. And look, everybody is getting their cars out of the way. They know Lovepreet is on the rampage.
Well, such is the moment. Even the ball doesn't want to get back here.
Yeah, he's spanking it hard, all right. 10 off the first 2. Required run rate has come below 10. He goes downtown once again. And he books a hotel there. Big 6 into the schools.
Well, played it late. Washed the ball. It was slightly into the slot. A lot of force of a bottom hand. And I doubt highly this time we might have the ball back.
50-run partnership, pardon me. 87 runs added between the pair. 5 maximums in the inning so far. 77 needed of 51. Surely they have the game in hand now, Abid.
Well, it's the first time in the game where you see that required run rate has dropped down from the achieved. What a partnership this has been. Pure class between the two. Of 87 runs partnership.
Well, we had to fetch the ball from a long way out. We finally found it. Lovepreet going at 200 strike rate now. Wonderful batting. And smart, very smart. Just clipped onto the leg side. Easy two. No chance for OS Noor. They were looking for a third, but Ramiz, well, he's on his haunches. It's a very humid evening out there. And he's been in there pretty early. Tough work as a batter and a bowler. It's still late summer here in the UAE. Powered down the ground. And it beats the long on. It beats the long off. It beats everyone for 4.
Well, that was straight, sparkling, and drilling down, straight as an arrow. Beautiful shot. 4 runs. Now this over is turning out to be very, very expensive, Khwaja.
Dealing in even numbers, 4, 6, 6, 2, 4. And let's see what we'll have in store in the final delivery. Back cut straight to point. Well, it's an even number. It's 0. Very, very expensive indeed. Now, Karwan Cricket Club are in the driver's seat. 117 for 1. Well, these are the highlights of a sparkling innings from the young Lovepreet Singh Bajwa. 70 of 35. And he's looked to be very positive right from ball 1. Beautiful flicks onto the leg side. And then those power hits down the ground. That hook shot off the hips was something special. And then took 22 runs off that over from Khurram Khwaja. The sweep, the power shots down the ground. Getting down on one knee. Striking it as clean as a whistle. Wonderful innings, young man. Left arm spin being introduced then. Manal Siddiqui coming into the attack from the ICC Academy end. Well, the required run rate has come below 9 now. So the equation is very much against the bowling side. They have 9 wickets in hand, Karwan CC. Cut away. Well, how fascinating is this? Now Ramiz Shehzad is feeding the strike to Lovepreet Singh Bajwa.
Well, such is the game. The youngster have taken complete command in the game. Now both these together with 94 runs partnership. And Lovepreet with 70, glorious 70 of 35.
Hint of turn there for Manal Siddiqui, given as a wide. It just moved away off the deck beyond the tram lines. They need a good over from someone who can deliver it. Back cut behind point. Sumptuous and glorious Lovepreet Singh Bajwa.
Beautiful timing on that. Stand and delivered. He saw that width is being an offer there. And he knew where the field placements are exactly.
Wonderful balance and waited to find the perfect gap. Beautiful shot. He's just 26 runs away from a memorable 100. Can he do it? Powered down the ground over extra. It's a big 6.
And that also brings the 100-run partnership between the two. Lovepreet smashed it. Glorious. What a fabulous shot that is. Into their own dugout.
Oh, they're having a party now. Everybody looks relaxed. Big smiles. High fives. They feel they've got this game in their grip. Short delivery. He wanted to go after it, but he just held back for the extra run.
Well, if you're batting at 80, certainly you know where your off stick is.
Most certainly, no need to take any silly risks. Oh, well, he went for that big sweep towards mid wicket, just kept a touch low.
Now, this is the moment when I think Ramesh need to walk to the young and talk to him. Look, you're just 20 run away. I haven't lost anything. We can make you 100 and win the game.
Short and wide again, cut straight to point for a dot delivery. These are poor deliveries. They're not capitalizing though. But when you only need 58 or 43, why take the risk, Abid?
Well, probably Manal want the batter to play a cut shot. Anything in the air would be straight into the hands.
This time they will pick up one. 14 runs off the over. An expensive one. 1-3-1 for one. Well, plenty of bowlers used. Hazrat Bilal and Tehran Khan, their lead pacers only have 2 overs between them. Ali Anwar has 2 up his sleeve. So that comes to 4. They still need 3 overs from somewhere. Manal Siddiqui got smashed, as did Basit Ali. So where do Mideast metals turn? A lot of questions and not enough answers for Mideast metals. Khurram Khwaja continues for his final over. And Lovepreet, well, he's lining him up. That was bowled very slowly indeed. Now the young man needs to have his thinking cap on. You don't want to throw it away. It's a golden opportunity. Steps out, goes big. He hasn't connected, but it will drop safely in the outfield and they'll scamper for 2.
This is great running and lovely commitment from the 2. Lovepreet, who's been there from the bowl 1 and still calling for 2. That's a great batting.
Well, he almost did exactly what Khurram Khwaja wanted. Gets deep in his crease. Once again, it's not timed perfectly. I think if he remains off strike, it will be beneficial for himself right now. He's just 16 runs away. Perhaps the nerves are kicking in.
Well, also, when you're in flow, you don't want to break the flow. You don't need to, lose the rhythm.
Hammered straight down the ground. It will be fielded by the long on. So this last over, even though they've been swinging heavily, haven't connected yet. It's gone only for 4 runs.
Subtract 22 from the previous over of Khurram Khwaja. How brilliantly he bowled.
Full toss. Oh, he hasn't timed it. And it's caught at mid-on. Disaster for Karwan as Lovepreet gives it away.
Well, that one-handed going nowhere, no matter what the delivery is. How poor bowl is. You didn't time it. The last moment you decided to go for the big hit. There was no requirement of such shot there, but Lovepreet Singh has struck 5 maximums. What a knock this has been. Excellent inning comes to an end. It's 84 of 44 deliveries. 138 for 2.
Kamarawan, the new batter at the crease. And he won't waste any time. He's bashing the ball for 4 already.
Off the mark with a boundary. This over was going so well and picked up a wicket as well. Just looped it in the air and hit me delivery. Goes for 4, 139 for 2.
Well, it's a calculated gamble from Mideast Metals. They're turning to Hazrat Bilal once again. If he can get rid of this man on screen, we might have a game on here, Abid. It's his final over. Right then, here we go. Oh, inducker, nicely played by Ramiz. Experience is the name of the game. He's smartly got himself off strike because they know they're hunting for his wicket.
Well, tell you what. Well, Ramiz was not even interested to look back at his partner where Kamarawan was crying out for the second. Yeah, fresh legs can do wonders. So better to keep them on strike.
And Kamar is also a very seasoned campaigner. He needs to be switched on here. Don't play any silly shots. Don't let Mideast Metals come back into the game. Just see out Hazrat Bilal's over and it should be smooth sailing for the last 5 overs. Can they follow the game plan though? Nicely clipped. Oh, this confusion! A direct hit and he's been given. Ramiz Shehzad has been run out.
Well, another run out for Ramiz Shehzad. Even the last game he got out and run out, and this one was a direct hit and bullseye umpire called it perfectly right, and that's out.
Outstanding fielding from Tehran Khan at mid-wicket. We have a match on, ladies and gents. 140 for 3. Well, it's a dramatic twist in the tail. Sardar Behzad in at 5 now. Squeezed away to square leg. No, there's no single there. Kamarawan, you've already run out Ramiz Shehzad. Sardar Behzad was not going anywhere. Well, this is exactly what they didn't want, Abid.
Well, I think 2 run outs for Ramiz Shehzad. Some serious problem with running between the wicket. He need the perfect partner to run with him right at the center. Well, it's time for some fresh legs in the center. So both batters are new to the crease. Sardar Behzad joining Kamarawan.
What a game. Attempted Yorker. Oh, this beats Tehran this time. Mid-on is in the circle. And just getting the big boot down in time, Ali Anwar. They're scampering and they'll pick up 3. It's all happening in this over. Runs, run-outs, misfields, wickets.
Yeah, the ideal way was to bend down and push the ball back, but nevertheless, it's a risky move to take, but nevertheless, they have taken single.
Well, I have to give full marks to Khurram Khwaja for his captaincy. He brought on Hazrat Bilal just to break this partnership by hook or crook, and Tehran Khan, with that outstanding run out from mid-wicket, has done the job. Ali Anwar has 2 overs to go. They still need a couple more from somewhere. Tehran only has 1 left. Unbelievable match we're having. 143 for 3. Sardar Behzad, experienced campaigner. Can he execute under pressure though? Abdur Rahman, welcome to the comm box.
Thank you, Ahmed Khwaja. It's a nervous game. Sardar Behzad, as you said, he's experienced. Just takes a little bit extra time compared to the other batsmen to get going, and time is what they don't have, the Karwan Cricket Club.
Absolutely, that's a luxury they cannot afford. Required run rate is still 8.71. It's not straightforward. You still need to hit those runs. Oh, this has been scooped, but nobody at short fine. He was posted out. Nervous. Sardar Behzad gets off the mark. 144 for 3 at the end of 15.
Well, 44 needed of 30 deliveries. Required run rate of 8.8, 7 wickets in hand. And it's Abid Ibrahim joining me till the end of this run chase. Well, Abid, which side are you inclining towards right now?
Well, looking at all these games back to back, and we are on to the 19 game all of a sudden. With no time, we pass these beautiful 19 days of this tournament. But looking all those games, coming to my mind is chasing has been easy in the end. So I think Team Karwan strikers have a slight bit of a upper hand in the contest. But it's a game of cricket, you never know.
Oh, wide delivery, and he's left it alone. That will definitely help. Manal Siddiqui went for 15 in his over, has come back from the school end. This is a good decision with the bigger leg side boundary.
Hit hard along the ground, only single, because it was hit too hard. Manal is doing one thing is right, is that he doesn't want to get hit for the boundary. He's preventing the boundaries. All that experience, he wants the batter to play a cut shot. All these time, he went for that wider outside off.
Oh, it's in the air. The ball is gone a long, long way. Fielder settles under it, and he has taken it. Big, big wicket this. Ali Anwar, cool, calm, collected, takes the catch.
Well, under light, it's never an easy, but he held his nerves well and took the catch beautifully in the end. He's safe as house, and walking out is Qamar Rahman. Now is the time where Mideast medals can feel they are back in the game.
Well, a powerhouse walks out and another powerhouse walks in. Waqas Jatt sent in ahead of Nadir Hussain. The required run rate is 9 and over. We know both Nadir and Bazad are very quick between the wickets. So they've gone for the hitter, not for the runner.
Certainly Nadir can hit few as well. Sardar Behzad can do that also. But then running between the wicket quick was the need of the hour. Cuts it down and 1 run will be taken only. Oh, they are coming back for 2. The overthrow helps the cause.
Oh, there you can see what we were talking about. Sardar Behzad is very quick. Waqas Jatt, well, he's not as quick as the rest, but he did push Sardar Behzad for 2. And Manal Siddiqui is picked up a wicket, but he needs to correct his length, his line now. Bowling outside off to the shorter boundary is very dangerous. Hitting the covers again, going for a quick single. Risky running.
That brings the big man on strike. Waqas Jatt, I'm sure he's sent up to the order ahead of Nadir Hussain for a reason. He can hit few, and that's what is needed. You hit couple of sixes, even despite then you lose your wicket, doesn't matter.
Yeah, they need a quick fire 15 from him maybe, just to get that equation balanced. Very good delivery from Manal. Excellent over so far. Has a wicket already, the big wicket of Karwan. 39 of 25 now. This game is on a knife's edge.
He punches it and puts it out. 1-6.
Well, I'll tell you what, I don't think there's any other batsman who could have managed that. A Yorker, and he has punched it over cover for 6. That shorter boundary, they've taken advantage of it. The equation now looks in the favour of Karwan. 155 for them. 33 needed of 24.
Well, there you go. You see the busy dugout there. They're chatting a lot there. Nadir Hussain now smiling. With that 6 gone, they're laughing in fact. They got 6 runs. Why wouldn't you be enjoying?
Well, this is a very interesting move. It's Faizan Awan coming into bowl with that short leg side boundary. They still have Ali Anwar's overs. They still have Basit Ali. They have Tehran Khan. But they're going for the spinner option, Abid Ibrahim.
Well, that's a dangerous move, I tell you. The problem is, what I see is because they are running behind the time as well. So what happens is if they don't complete the overs in time, they'll need to take the 5th fielder inside. That's also could be the reason.
Well, it could be. They have bowled 6 overs with the spinners. 4 for Khurram Khwaja and 2 for Manal. This is going to be a big over. The 17th over, a spinner coming into bowl. And 33 runs on the line. Waqas Jatt, the powerhouse in the middle. Sardar Behzad, the experience in the middle.
I think the first thing Behzad need to do is give a single to Waqas. Let him hit. If he hits it out, he'll make a game for you.
Well, Abid, I have to disagree with you there, because they have quite a bit of batsmen still left. Nadir Hussain can bat, Zahid Ali can bat, Dipesh can bat. So there's no reason to play out dot balls. Just a single taken. Well, you've gotten your wish. Waqas is on strike now.
Yeah, I think that's the thing that you need. Waqas. He's been sent in to keep the strike and hit hard. If he gets few more, I think he's got the first 6. You need a couple of more 6s to get the game in your favor. With that 1-6, still the game, the required run rate is way below than they achieve.
Interesting bowling action. Keeps it outside off stump. It's gone straight, gone flat. Have they caused a four? No, very good fielding. Brilliant stuff. But they get two.
Well, I think that was a great piece of fielding. Ali Anwar alongside Awais Noor there. The both did well. You could clearly see the ball carving in the air. Hit too straight and powerfully down the ground.
Again hit hard. They have the fielder. This is a much better field positioning as well. They have the extra cover deep. Enticing the batsman to play that inside out shot over cover point. Risky against the off spinner.
Yeah, time for... Oh, that's a half tracker. Quick running, he got away with it. Could have gone over the point for a 4 or a 6.
Well, that was a boundary ball. You have to say that Sardar Bazad has missed out. Because once you pass those three fielders, you're getting maximum value for your runs. Big gap. Waqas Jat on one knee. It's in the air. And he has struck. Well, Khurram Khwaja can do no wrong. Every bowling change he has done has gotten him a reward. Faizan gets the big wicket of Waqas Jat.
Now dragging from outside off to the onside. Tehran making no mistake, and the keeper Atikur Rahman, you can sense the excitement and the tension is being released. It's Waqas Jat walking out, scored 9 of 5, it's 160 for 5.
Irfan Ashraf coming into bowl. Another bowling change, an exciting bowling change. The umpires have stepped in as well. They've been on top of their game, both these umpires. The batsman had crossed, I beg your pardon. So Sardar Bazad will get back on strike. Another off spinner. He's hit it. In the gap, is it? No. The fielder has done really well. Mohammad Awais Noor. Brilliant pick up and throw. Unbelievable.
You need to be careful with these two batters together. Small misfield will be hinting 1 run to you, costing you 1 run because they are so quick between the wicket. Nader especially.
Again a single taken. Oh, they're going to push for 2 and they're going to get 2. Are they going to get 3? Yes, they are. Mideast medal losing the plot in the field. Schoolyard stuff here. What should have been just 1 has ended up with 3.
This is perfect example where you need quick runners between the wicket. Not a convincing throw, not in balance, just releasing the ball too early. They completed 1 and 2 and that was the 3rd. Now the pressure gets released.
Well, it's on the leg stump. Sardar Bazad just bunts it down to square leg, gets a single. Nader Hussain, the pocket rocket, will run hard, he'll run quick, and they can do it with singles and doubles. But an odd boundary here and there would definitely help the equation.
What a tense game we are having. Cut away there. Only single. No nails to munch anymore.
Yeah, my hands are nice and manicured now, and that happened in the last 10 minutes.
Well, thanks to Karwan strikers and Mideast medals.
Yeah, it looked like a one-sided game. Then Lovepreet and Ramiz turned the equation in their favor, and then Mideast has fought back. It's been the perfect T20 game so far. Another single taken. 7 off the over already. Can they get a boundary here?
Just 21 needed of 13 deliveries. A lot will rely on this delivery particularly. Dot ball is a goal dust here. 2 more overs to go, 21 needed. What a game.
Well, the penultimate over has gone to Faizan. Interesting move this. He's edged it inside edge. Could that go for a boundary? What a crucial boundary from Sardar Bazad. It didn't go where he meant it, but a 4 nonetheless.
It all counts. Abdurrahman, it all counts. Nothing wrong with the delivery. It was just purely luck favoring Team Karwan. Now the occasion is required. Energy, run rates, both are neck to neck. What a game this has been.
Well, they've gone with the spinners because they didn't want to concede boundaries of edges. And it's the spinner that concedes a boundary of the inside edge. Oh, you have to love this game. Love this game. Wide outside off stump. A nothing delivery. And he's gotten another boundary. Faizan Awan is now under a lot of pressure. That would have probably been a no ball or a wide at least. But in the end, he gets a 4.
Well, it's all about nerves, all about pressure, all about the moments. Half tracker, very poor delivery from Faizan Awan at the pressure situation. Now occasion has changed. Karwan CC looking very comfortable for the victory.
Well, 13 off 10. This is a big delivery for Mideast Metals. Can they get a wicket here? Can they get a new batsman in? Tossed up. Oh, he's missed out. He's missed out, Sardar Bazad. That was in the slot. The straighter boundaries are very small. Could turn and bounce as well for Faizan.
We'll tell you what, even the dot ball creates excitement here. Full toss. Straight to the fielder. He's got away with it. That could have been a boundary.
Well, there were multiple things that could have happened. An inch higher and they could have called it a no ball. An inch to the left or right of the fielder and that would have been 4. It's a game of inches. Faizan Awan is holding his nerve so far. A dot ball and a single after those 2 boundaries.
This is called experience, lofted in the air through the covers. The call is for 2. Nadir might end up getting 3. Yes, they are going for it. And it's a poor throw. And 3 runs taken.
Well, Irfan Ashraf had a lot to do. Ran in from extra cover all the way to cover point. And by the time he could gather that ball and throw it, Nadir was already on the way back for the 3rd.
It's straight. They complete first one too quick. That's the key. So the penultimate over comes to an end. An expensive one. Gone for penalty. It's 8 more needed of 6 deliveries.
For the last over, who do they bowl? Tehran Khan, Ali Anwar, Basit Ali, lot of options. I do have to ask the question though, Abid, Faizan Awan and Irfan bowling 3 overs when you had Tehran Khan and Ali Anwar both who could have completed their quota. Could that decision backfire? Could the fast bowlers have given them the wicket they needed?
Well, you already given and used 8 bowlers. Nothing coming else to my mind. Now, whom will they stick for the final one? Are they going with the spinners? It seems to be Irfan Ashraf to bowl the final over and just add salt to the injury.
An extra fielder inside the 30-yard circle for the last over. They've gone with Irfan Ashraf, not Tehran Khan or Ali Anwar. They've gone with the spinner and they have to defend 8 in this over. Let's look at the field. They've got cover. All the fielders in the offside in the circle. What will Irfan Ashraf do?
Along the carpet, they're running one too quick. Nadir comes on strike. The 5-man inside the circle. Now the taking 2s will be challenged, but hitting boundaries would not be.
Well, Abid, expect that reverse sweep now. Something has to give.
Right.
The reverse hit, the reverse sweep, because all the fielders on the offside in the circle. You beat one of them and there's a guaranteed 2, if not a boundary.
I say a straight sweep shot. Makes room, gets the outside edge. They'll only take single. This game is getting exciting and exciting.
Well, Abid, in that excitement, you have to realize that was an outside edge and the keeper, well, had a half a chance. Had he held on, they would have taken a wicket. But it's a single, 6 or 4. It's in the air, Sardar Bazad, you beauty! The biggest side of this ICC Academy Oval. He has middled that to perfection and he's finished the game off with a 6. Well, people seem to be making a habit of this, finishing the game off with 6s. Sardar Bazad, 27 of 18. What a victory for the Karwan Cricket Club.
What a relief. What a game. I would call it the match of the tournament so far. Karwan Strikers was chasing a mammoth total of 188 into the final over when it was last 3 deliveries. Sardar Bazad, 1 knee down, up she goes, and it has hit a long 6 towards the cow corner to close the chapter.
Well, it was a risky shot and the risk has paid reward. They're celebrating Karwan. They've won the game. They've helped their chances of getting into the semi-finals with 1 more game to play. Sardar Bazad, what a hit, monster hit over mid-wicket, easily 85-90 meters, that 6. And what a moment to hit that 6 as well. That's the batting card then. Muazzam Hayat struggling when he opened the batting. Lovepreet and Ramesh Shehzad put up a brilliant partnership. Lovepreet 84 of 44 deliveries. And then that man right there in the middle, Sardar Bazad, 27 of 18. 6 of those coming in that last over, in the last ball to finish the game. Nadir Hussain giving him good company with 8 not out. 14 extras, well, that didn't help when you're defending a total of 187. But Mideast Metals will be very, very happy with this performance. They were in with a shot, they're in with a chance, just let it slip in the last few overs.
Well, I think all that batting lineup, 1-6 from Waqas Jatt, has built that momentum where the Karwan striker could feel back in the game. What a knock we have seen from Lovepreet Singh, and Ramesh Shehzad stood with him. That was a big partnership which never let Karwan strikers to get knocked out.
Well, Khurram Khwaja, even though he got the wicket of Lovepreet, will be very disappointed. Could have easily taken Lovepreet and Ramesh out of the equation. 2 catches dropped, and how expensive were those catches? Let's have a quick look at the bowling card then. 8-9 bowlers used by Mideast Metal.
Yeah, plenty of bowlers has been used today, but only one man to complete the quota, only two. Hazrat Bilal and the captain Khurram Khwaja. Khurram went for some runs but picked up a very crucial wicket. So now look at the difference. The first wicket falls at 24 and second one coming at 135. That was a big partnership. I was